My feet's live. Who else?
Christy.
Got it?
JC.
No, she's not here.
Oh, where? Brian Abby.
Got it?
Cole Leonard.
I should have. Got it?
Steve Robinson. Is he here?
I didn't see him. Is Big Bird here, Steve Robinson?
Didn't hear, bro.
All right.
Paul Wolf.
Uh-huh.
Donald Spicer.
Hold on, let me see.
Is he here?
I should have pulled.
You are live, by the way.
Yeah. Is Spicer here?
I think so.
Hey, if you guys are seeing this, yes, the live feed is starting. We'll be with you in 2 minutes. Getting everything ready, all right? Hang tough. Let's let it build up. Hit that share button, y'all. Who else we got? Timmy. Paul. Okay, who else?
And John Beckman.
He is here. John Paul.
Then DC.
Oh, DC. Got it?
Ash.
Got him?
Joey Powell.
Cool.
Anyone?
Uh-huh.
Sam Carter.
Yeah.
Brandon Davis.
Yep.
Clint Garrison.
It's good to see him back.
Matt Hutterson.
Fine, see him.
Go ahead and fire it up, bro. Go ahead and fire it up.
Yeah.
Go ahead and fire it up.
He hasn't raced with us in a while.
Not since October.
Yeah.
All right.
Jason Sparks. Is he here?
See Sparky? Did not.
Kyle.
Kyle Lowry is here. Yeah.
Not right.
Yeah.
Hoback.
Go back in here.
And then Alex Cracker.
Got it. Hello, everybody. This is the round one in the Southern Series, the National Rock Racing Association Championship Points Race. Welcome to Hillside Live. My name is Dave Z,
I'm Bree Molitor.
and you're joining us at beautiful Windrock Park. The weather is perfect, perfectly wet.
Yeah.
It is rainy, but the spirits are high. Everybody's having a good time. Currently in Tennessee, East Tennessee, it's a light mist out there. Everybody's in good spirits. The course is a great course. Clyde and company cut out a really good course. You want to tell them about it, Bree?
Well, we are making use of this monster hill out here at Windrock, similar to what we did last year, and then the UTVs are going to be doing a little bit of a track through the woods as well, so they're going to get hill climbing and a woods course today, and they will be running twice. So everybody gets to contend with the slippery mud and the rain, but it ought to make for an interesting day of racing, so we're looking forward to it. We're going to let the feed build up a little bit. Sounds like we're getting ready to go, getting everyone lined up out on the starting line. Josh wants us to get Kyle in here today. Josh Wolf says get Kyle Lowry in here. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, without a doubt. Hey, folks, we are at Windrock Park in beautiful East Tennessee, Oliver Springs, and we are about to see two courses, two runs from, hands down, some of the best UTV drivers in the world. We've got people from all over the country that came in. We've got Pack Racing that came in. We have got Gary from GoForth. He does all of the factory Can-Am tuning. They're here in town working with some of their drivers. And the drivers, man, the drivers list is a who's who of hill killing.
It is. We got a couple new names on there too, so that's always fun.
All right, Jay Shaw's watching. What's up, Jay? Sean Hines, what's up? Michael Lee says, looking forward to the UTV endurance race tomorrow.
Yeah. James Cantrell. I'm sure you'll be competing out there tomorrow.
We have got a bunch. What's up, Curtis Paglish from Off-Road Lifestyle?
How's it going, Andy
Photography.
Bryant? I miss seeing you guys. Come see me at a race sometime.
Austin Pruitt. You ever heard? Austin builds stuff, doesn't he? Yeah, I forget what he builds. Maybe something to do with UTVs? Possibly. Steve Howell. I know Steve's about to say hello.
We know that guy.
Yeah.
What's up, Steve?
He's a poet. Steve Howell, the poet. Hey, and congratulations on that achievement, Steve. For those of you not following Steve Howell, go seek him out. Follow. He's pretty inspirational dude. Todd
Did
Casey.
you see the poem he wrote for the Bacons?
I did. He's a
That's
poet.
pretty epic, Steve.
Todd Casey. What up, Papa? That's my grandfather, Todd Casey, tuning in. What up, Bruno? Brian? And look, if you come out in a Speedo and mud boots tomorrow, Brian,
Please
then
don't.
you probably make the highlight reel. That's all I'm saying. Man, my stickers on my computer, they're growing. And
Look, I have stickers.
she's got some
Mine
stickers
are-
turning. Yeah,
yeah.
a little Helton Racing. Speaking of Helton Racing, just got done talking with Travis Skelton. He's ready for this. He's ready for the hill. It's slick. Talked to Timmy Cameron. He's the last person I talked to before I walked in here. And Timmy's just trying to finish this. I mean, it's slick. We have got some pretty intense obstacles up there.
The weather is really going to make it interesting today.
It's been raining out here for like 2 weeks, and for those of you who haven't
There's
been
a
following,
pond over there that used to be a field.
yes, for those of you who haven't been following Tennessee weather, they got about 12 to 14 inches in parts of central and East Tennessee over the past week, and we're not talking over a course of the week. It was literally they got 12 to 14 inches like in a day. So like Bree said, there is
That's
a pond
crazy.
out there that is typically an extremely dry field. It's crazy. Some dude named Luke Wilson just checked in.
So that sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah, some about Speed Shop or
Yeah.
Salt
Something about beavers.
Beaver,
Beaver.
Salt Lick. I don't know.
Same thing I want to do when they put me on life support. Unplug me, plug me back up, I'll probably be fine.
Josh,
Zach.
send him. So we have Zach Garner. Everybody hit that.
Black box on top with the
We've
switch
got,
that'll on and off. Use that.
We've got the queen of the all motor crew of Team Big Block, Team Bacon Racing, Miss Angie Bacon checking in. Angel Maldonado, what's up, Angel? How you doing? Bree Molitor, where are you from, Bree?
She sounds like a cool person.
Yeah. I tell you what, Angel, there's a joke, but I can't tell it. I just can't tell it right now, Angel.
Don't encourage him.
Don't encourage me. You know, people always ask, they're like, hey, you need to bring Zach into the trailer where he can No, we can't do it. We'd love to bring Zach in. I'd love to just let loose, but I can't. Got to throttle down a little bit, right?
It's a family-friendly show.
It's a family-friendly show. I can't pin it. I can't hit it hard, right? I gotta feather it a little bit, right? I'm talking about, whatever. All right, now look, y'all. You don't have to subscribe to see some of the best stuff in the world. You don't have to pay us a little pay-per-view deal. This is 100% free. Hillside Lives brought to you by Rock Racing TV and Southern Rock Racing, National Rock Racing Association. All we ask, help showcase our drivers, help showcase the best drivers in the best sport in the world by hitting that share button, please. Like. Send out a like. Show these guys some love.
That's right. I shared it. Did you share it yet, Dave?
I did. I shared it.
Okay, good.
It's on my page. Thank you. I don't want to be a freaking hypocrite, right?
We can't
So,
have that. Oh, here we go.
We got the king of sharing, Camp Crocker from Cop 4x4.
What's up, Camp?
Jerry Foley. Jerry's a sweetheart. Jerry got a... Jerry, when they pan back to me, I'm wearing a sweatshirt. It was my old podcast called On the Rocks. Maybe you can get an idea from that there. We got this guy. How do you pronounce that right there? How do you pronounce that name, Bree?
Pullen.
Pullen. What up?
Hey, Kurt, tell Cassie I miss her too. I want to see you guys sometime this year.
I should have knew that. Oh, Ryan Boyd is watching.
Your feed is loading faster than mine. That's not fair.
They pan back to us.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Steve Howell. Yes, you should. That would be fun.
Can't
We
wait,
like guest
Steve.
commentators.
Yes. And by the way, on the line was that
Steve Rogers.
little Stephen Rogers. Man, what a great family that is. You know, that's they've got the what's going on, Clyde? Are we running out of gas on the generator? We're flickering in the studio.
Jared, we have not started yet, so you haven't missed anybody.
No.
We are getting everything squared away with our cameras out on the hill. We've got Stephen Rogers and Homewrecker on the line to kick things off. And in the meantime, you get to look at Dave and I.
Yes. And we are running 2 courses today.
Yep.
So it's not going to be a one and done. This is going to be a 2-course day. A lot of excitement. The clock is hot. Stephen Rogers in Homewrecker. And he's also going to be running tomorrow in his brand new unloyal Jimmy Smith built buggy. Come on, Steve. All right, how about that? Well, that was fancy, Bree.
Only the best for our viewers, Dave.
Looking good. Coming down the hard parts.
Man, this is a lot tougher than it looks on TV. I know we say that often, don't we, Bree?
It's true. The camera never does it justice. So that just means that you guys watching from home need to try and join us live at an event someday. If you're ever able to, you can head over to the website and check out the calendar for the rest of the year and see if there's anything close enough to you. And if you're just joining us, this is our first competitor of the day, Stephen Rogers, out on the course.
You can see it's raining out there. Come on now, Steve.
Oh, it is nasty muddy out here today, so it's going to make things interesting.
I think the key right here is momentum.
Yes. There he goes.
Stephen Rogers.
That's what I'm talking about, folks, right there.
9609, 9609.
That's a 9609, 9609 is the time to beat. Stephen Rogers, currently in first place.
Oh, boy. First run of the day, Stephen Rogers with a 9609. And coming up to the line is Mr. 427 Racing, Mr. Travis Skelton, one of the most exciting drivers in our lineup. Travis hails from Kentucky, and if he was in here right now and you said, Travis, you got anybody you'd like to thank, who would he thank first?
His mama.
That's right. Fine young man. Veronica, thanks for checking in.
Okay.
Team SLM. Alex has not gone yet. Travis Skelton is the second driver on the day. Hey y'all, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that share button. Travis Skelton is off. Now, we talked about it all year last year about how Travis is a downhill racer. Watch how fast he comes down this hill.
Yeah, a lot of our drivers will check up a little bit, and it can be daunting coming down this slick and steep hill, but Travis likes to keep all his momentum. Oh, except unfortunately it looked like that momentum took him right into a tree.
Oh, he's frustrated right now.
Looks like we got a little bit of a tree shaker.
There he goes.
Here he comes, here he comes.
You know he's going to want to make up for some lost time now.
Now, if you know Travis like I know Travis, he's raging mad right now.
Man, that was pretty. Man, that was pretty.
81.07.
We got a
81.07. Not bad for having to back up in the trees there.
So, for those of you who are just tuning in,
Beautiful weather.
this is the second race in the National Rock Racing Association Championship Points Race. It's the first leg of the Southern Series. We're at Windrock Park in Oliver Springs, Tennessee. My name is Dave Z.
I'm Bree Molitor.
You're watching Hillside Live.
All right, John, how did you know I was eating cookies?
We've got Clint Garrison
Someone spotted me eating cookies, Dave.
stalking.
And they were very good. All right, this is Clint Garrison,
Thanks, Campy.
our third driver so far today. So if you're just joining us, you haven't missed out on much yet. No, you can't see all of this course here today, but it's windy, steep, and
Ooh. Slick.
this mud has added an extra level of difficulty.
Gotta stay in it, Clint. Gotta stay in it. Woo! Thank you, Brother Angel. Thank you, Brother Angel. 7 slot society, baby.
9873. 9873. Clint Garrison, Kenny Tuttle.
All righty.
Coming to the line. We got my baby mama,
All
Chrissy Hutchins.
All right, Clint Garrison with a 98.73 coming up to the line.
Well, I got a 50
That
shot.
buggy
Everybody
right
balls.
there won last year's national championship. Paul Wolf Racing. That is Paul's baby mama, Miss Christy Hutchins, in the driver's seat. And this is her second professional race.
That's all right. John and Cassidy, I think we might be talking about some different cookies. But I guess the cat's out of the bag that I was eating cookies
Wow.
earlier today now.
I thought we had that worked out. You said you were gonna. Well, yeah.
I don't talk about it, Dave.
Not now.
They look so good.
For Christy Hutchins.
Come on, Christy.
Come on, guys.
Man, everybody out here is rooting for Christy. I think we got more Christy and Cash fans out here than anything. Now, she's a driver. Christy can drive.
Look at her go. Come on, Christy.
Come on, girl. I'll talk her up that hill.
Man,
Let's
this
go,
hill's
let's go,
nasty.
Christy.
Come on, Christy.
Oh, no.
You got this. Come on. Back up. Get you a run at it, girl. Back up. Get you a run at it. Go, go, go. Keep it moving.
That's it,
Come
girl.
on. Don't stop.
Man, that's tough right there.
What's up, Luke?
Dang it, Luke. I see what you did there. Killing me. Man, if you don't love some Luke Wilson, you ain't right. You know what I mean? How can you not love some Luke? Old John DeBoard must know that I'm low carbing. I appreciate that, John. But you can bring me some freaking celery,
Yeah.
all right? Dave needs some
I'll take the
celery over
cookies.
here. You bring Bree some cookies,
Lord
bring
knows
me
I
some
don't
celery,
eat them, but I'll
brother.
eat them. All right, come on, Christy. Y'all, this hill is harder than it looks on camera.
Come on, girl. Let's go. Let her eat. Let's go.
That's it. I want to see how she handles this. I want
The
to see if
hill
she's.
climb?
Yeah, I want to see if she's going to stay in that throttle.
What's up,
Trey.
Trey?
Man, I tell you what, Trey Moore, stand-up dude right there. That's all I got to say. Is
these-
cash money here?
These trees down here at the bottom are giving our
Yes, sir. Cash
drivers
money.
the time of it.
Cash Lecroy in the house.
How's it going, Anthony?
Yump too? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Come on. Come on, girl. Christy and I were talking a bit before the race. Look at her. She ain't scared. She ain't scared.
Yeah, come on, come on. Oh, this hill is so slick.
There you go, girl. There you go. There
Look
you
at
go.
her fighting that thing. Come on, Christy.
All I can think right there is like, that's reminiscent of some Daisy Duke stuff right there, you know? Bringing me back. What's up, Anthony?
Now there is an alternate
You see Paul right there
right
walking her
line
through
and
it.
left line finish here, so you might have noticed that
Paul
already.
Paul Wolf on the hill talking Christy up it.
What do you think he's telling her, Dave?
Hey, Paul's really good, man. He's a good coach. It's nothing like Cheryl and Brandon Davis. You know, that's kind of some violent stuff going on betwixt them on the hill. Cheryl directing him up the hill.
Is that why Brandon wins so much?
I'm telling you.
It's all shit.
Look at that. Look at that. Good job.
There she goes. Man,
Crowd's
that was a
going wild.
battle getting that thing
Man.
up the hill between the trees. Good job, Christy. What's up, Jody? Mitchell?
Alrighty. Cassidy Stephen is in second place currently with a 96.09. What was her time? 5?
242.47 for Christy. And we've got Alex Crouch
4-4-1-2.
on the line. Ready to get this, what is it, the Angry Burrow up this hill?
Alex Crouch from SLM Racing. Racing out of Salt Lake, baby, Kentucky. His
Come on,
dad
Alex, you got this.
won the SRRS Ultra 4 King of the Hammers shootout a couple of years ago. And you may know him by Bad Donkey, his buggy Bad Donkey. He used to own Bad Donkey. Got Timmy Sorensen from Timmy Chuck Racing just walked in the studio. For those of you who don't know, he just put together a brand new
Get ready, buddy. Come on, Powell Wolf.
boosted buggy.
You want to say hi?
How we doing, guys?
Let's go, Alex. Let's
Got
go.
that reject fab buggy, powered by sweat and fairy dust.
Yeah, it's been a long, hard road getting here, man. But we finally got it together. A lot of help, and we're here.
Woo! Look at Alex go. Man, what do you think about today's course?
Oh, you gonna have to hit
It's a nice change up from last year. The Little Woods course is going to be real interesting on Hill 2. Real nasty off camber rock ledge and made it slick and setting a tight turn.
That's a 93.
93.95 for Alex Crouch. And it looks like Brian Hamby pulling up to the line.
Ooh, look at that! Finally,
Look at this. They're all over the place.
Brian was in a full body in Texas. His buggy wasn't ready to race yet. Brian was our 2018 Rookie of the Year in the UTV class. Hands down, one of the most exciting up-and-coming drivers in the world. He's racing for his company, Extreme Razor Performance. Heck of a guy. And boy, he can grow a heck of a beard, can't he? Brian Hamby.
Making short work of that.
I'll tell you what, I want to see how he takes this, the tree line. Everybody's getting caught up in those trees there, Bree.
I think the slick mud on this hill is
Get
just
a little slick.
making it difficult to keep it where they want it.
And we welcome everybody to another episode of Hillside Live. My name is Dave Bree.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I have
I
not
bet
been
I'm
drinking.
Z Molitor.
I have. Thank you. Just go with it, Bree. Cassie, you're coming tomorrow. I love
What's up,
it.
Cassie?
North Kakalaka. Where's everybody? Where's everybody watching from?
We got Alan checking in from Waynesville, North Carolina.
We're here at Windrock Park in East Tennessee. Where are you guys from? I know Timmy Chuck over here. He's from what? Ohio or
Indiana.
Michigan?
We got
Michigan?
a pretty good haul down from
Wisconsin?
southern Indiana.
It's like Brian Hamby's having a little bit of trouble out of here.
Shane Harris. What's up, my brother? Travis Lovett. What up, Dirt? You can go
Travis
see
Lovett, ain't that the truth?
You can go see Travis over at AOP. He'll be he's in hibernation right now. My brother from another mother, Chattanooga.
James, I'm with you. I'm glad I don't have to wash any of these buggies after today.
Hey, anybody from Chattanooga ever hear of a guy named Bubba Bacon or Lil Tim Bacon? I don't know if they
It
know him
kinda
around
rings
them
a bell.
parts.
Choctaw.
All right, Bridgeport, Texas. I've got very fond memories of Bridgeport. And we've got Brian Hamby on the hill. He's trying to move. It is getting slick out there. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if he's backing out, something is,
I think he's just trying to get his momentum back up here.
yeah.
And there, he's getting kicked over into that tree at the top each time.
What up, Ricky Miller?
What's up, Peter? Joining us from Australia.
Good
That's
day.
our second Australian watcher, I believe.
That's
Did
right.
you say good day?
No. Yeah.
Oh,
maybe,
yeah.
maybe.
You got to throw a mate on there, too. Good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
And there's Brett, our other Australian viewer. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Stephen Rogers' time was 96:09.
We're gonna go in the towel on this one. That he'll get slid, folks. We're gonna see if anybody gets it. Brian Hamby's one of the.
Those homemade ones, rope tied across the shotgun.
Now, I think that was a really, really smart move on his behalf because it's a 2 courses.
Who do we have lined up? Jamie Coldiron.
We're not used to seeing that. We're not used to seeing Jamie Coldiron roll up in an all blacked out buggy.
Candace, I'm glad that you enjoyed the multiple, the lengthy blooper reel that we provided that day. Oh, good times.
We got him a loaner bike today, and we're gonna send him.
Man, Jamie, he hasn't had much luck this year. He's been fighting one problem after another in the refurbished buggy, and he's got him a rental. They were just swapping parts out just basically till the last minute before the race. So I'm just hoping it'll hold together for 2 runs.
Travis, I hear you. We all know how that goes. Look forward to seeing you back out here at some point.
Word on the street, the new Hitman buggy's supposed to be pretty wild.
That'll be interesting. Brandon, so far we have had Stephen Rogers, Travis Skelton, Clint Garrison, Brian Hamby, and Alex Crouch, and now we've got Jamie Coldiron out on the course at the moment.
In first place, currently, Travis Skelton sits on top with an 81:07. That is the time to beat. In second, from Salt Lick, Kentucky, Mr. Alex Crouch with a 93:95. Stephen Rogers in his home wrecker buggy with a 96:09. Clint Garrison in heavy pedal with a 98:73. Christy Hutchins racing out of Illinois with a 2:42:47. And Brian Hamby did not finish.
Trey, if you're asking if it's Tim Sorensen here in the trailer with us, then yes. That was his voice you recognized.
Hey, do you know a guy named Trey Moore, Timmy?
Yeah, man. Trey really stepped out for us this week. As most of you know, we had some wiring issues before Texas that kept us from getting the buggy tuned. Trey pulled 2 all-nighters in a row to get the buggy down to Steve at RPM and got it tuned and got it home for us. Thank you, Trey.
Good job, Trey.
All right, we have the 2018 national champion stepping up to the line in his brand new Paul Wolf built Can-Am tube chassis buggy. This guy, hands down, one of the most competitive people I've ever met.
All right, Paul. Run what you got.
Jay Shaw, that was a... That was a rental.
It was a rental, Jay. Come on, Paulie.
Well, get after it, bud.
Oh.
Oh,
Man,
he's in a
these
bad
trees are
spot.
wreaking havoc today.
He is in a bad spot.
Oh, you know he's not happy right now.
No, he's going to fight it. He's a fighter.
Go.
There he goes.
There it is.
Come on, Paul. Making up some lost time there.
Did he even touch that hill?
I don't know.
Good
boy.
God!
Hang on, come on.
You just saw
Right
something.
there, folks.
You just saw something right there.
85.18, 85.18.
85.18.
85.18.
Not bad for getting hung on that tree.
However, he had some hang-ups. He left a little bit of time on the clock.
He's currently sitting at second place on hill number 1, on course number 1, right behind Mr. Travis Skelton. That was wild. People, hold on. Let's just put it out there. You're welcome. That was freaking amazing.
Today's entertainment provided by Paul Wolf Racing.
He actually looked at me.
Holy crap.
Copy Donald's wife on the line.
All right, we got Donald Spicer on the
We
line.
got Donald Spicer. Got the custom cage on the full body. Let's see what he's got.
He actually looked at me. He was mad at that one.
Come on, Donald.
Jay Shaw, I think you're right. It's the woods track that's really causing the problems for everybody today. But you know, we got to keep things interesting out here. Can't make it too easy.
Well, the great thing about this is, I want y'all to just recognize this is not a one-course race today.
That's right.
They've got to hold it together and be consistent over 2 courses.
All right, let's go.
And we aren't even halfway through the first one.
Come on, Donald.
Nice.
Full body getting with it.
Yeah. Man, I always thought, you know what? I root for the underdog, and 2, man, you always got to root for the full
Always
body.
root for the full body.
Always root for the full body.
78.9.
All right, 78.91. You know what that means?
What?
If you were rooting for the freaking underdog in the full body, who is currently sitting in first place, I love ya. Donald Spicer, our current leader on hill number 1, and it looks like we have Mr. Tim Cameron racing out of Franklin, Tennessee.
Oh, that was good.
He knows what he's got to do. He's got to be fast.
Timmy Cameron left some time on the hill.
Track's ready. Clock's hot.
In
Let's
Texas.
see what you got. Hope you're moving
He's
up.
coming back with a vengeance. He told me before this race, I'm trying to pick his brain. He said, man, I'm just going to try to finish both runs. That is my goal for today. But boy, look how
Well,
fast he
that's
is.
not what Paul Wolf said when we talked to him.
That is fast.
What did Paul say?
This is going to be a 35-second run, 40-second run. Watch this.
I don't know about that fast.
Watch this. I'm going to say 45. What do you say?
Folks.
Our number 1 is sitting in the 70s.
And I'm
you
going to
think
say
Timmy's going to be in
45.
the 40s?
I'm going to say 45. Anybody?
Okay.
Ain't no way you're 37 now.
He's at 37 now? Okay.
I'm going to say low 60s.
55. We switch bikes between runs? No. I run my other bike. Oh yeah, on the same one. Same one.
Survey says
60.22.
60.22.
We got 60.22.
Timmy Cameron.
I think I might have to go swap some parts for Paul.
All right. Go help your teammate. Thanks for joining us.
That is the time to beat. Thank you, brother. That's the time to beat. for hill number 1, 60.22. And then currently in second place, just to give you an idea, Donald Spicer with a 78.91. We're talking 18 and a half seconds between first and second right now.
And James called it. It was whoever can run the smoothest in the woods course is going to be on top today.
Who was that?
Oh, we've got John Paul Beckman from down south. Way down south. Heck of a guy. This is his debut with the National Rock Racing Association. One heck of a nice guy. This is the first time you've seen him. I promise you it's not going to be your last. He built, designed this buggy himself. I think Paul Wolf and we've got Matt Myrick from Busted Knuckle checking in. What's up, Matty?
Oh! Ah.
And that is the first carnage that we've seen today. That was a pretty hard hit.
Man, that tree just reached out and knocked him right over.
That's right.
Who put that there?
John Paul. He is not going to finish hill number 1, course number 1.
Well, yeah, it looked like a pretty easy tip over, though. Hopefully he'll still be able to go on for his second chance at the hill.
All right, we got the RCV recovery crew on the spot, getting John Beckman out of there. Got a flame. This is why we have our safety precautions, why we have fire suits. This is why we have fire extinguishers in every rig.
Perfect example of putting it to good use right there.
That's right. We've got all of our fire aid rigs out there. RCV recovery crew all over it. And I promise you, if John Beckman right now couldn't be happier to see that RCV recovery crew pulling him out of that rig. You know, speaking of fire suppression systems, I was talking with Tim Sorensen, who was in here, and he put a big boy fire suppression system in his new buggy. And if any of you out there who are trail riding or racing care about yourselves, your lives, your family, your buggy even, give Clyde over at Spider Off-Road a call. He will hook you up with an all-inclusive system a heck of a lot cheaper than you think. You know, we spend thousands and thousands of dollars. You know, these buggies, people spend 50, 60, 70 plus $1,000 on their baby buggies, 100, 150,000 on the big buggies. You break something, it could cost $5,000. Why don't you put $1,000 into the safety of, into your life, into safety? Call Clyde about the fire suppression system. Clyde, let me ask you a question. Do you do it for the baby buggies as well? Can you do a suppression system? It'll work on everything. You can have them on the fuel rails. You can have them, I know a lot of them have them kind of right between the legs, so the media can spray up and douse the driver, put it on the fuel cell. So
you know what? Once the safety aspect becomes compromised in any way, the sport's no fun for anybody anymore. So
right,
you know, I love seeing how far the safety of the sport has progressed along with every other part of it over the years.
And I think the reason why we believe in fire aid more than anything is just because they came out and they did a demo. Were you there for the demo? Of course, where he lit his hand on fire?
I was there that day.
Zach, come here for 1 second. Tell these people about fire aid when they came out. what they did with this
Okay,
demo.
yeah, for some reason the guy with Fire Aid came out and he believes in his product, and I say that wholeheartedly. The man absolutely sprayed the stuff on his hand and then took a blowtorch to his hand.
Now, no, for a couple of seconds.
I mean, for a lot longer than I've ever seen anybody take a blowtorch to their hand on purpose.
We're talking at least, what, 30, 45
I mean,
seconds?
it was unreal. It was the fire suppression, the heat suppression, everything else was like no product that I've ever seen.
So,
It was
it was
unreal.
kind of weird because that day when he did that, you had about 5 or 6 drivers just scream out, sold.
Go enjoy that nice weather for us, Zach. Don't forget your hat.
1 degree over freezing.
Yeah, you know what? It would be snowing out here, but it's only 36 degrees, so it's not snowing. Yeah. I'm sorry, we're
Zach.
enjoying a little bit of a Zach Garner.
Where,
All right, we got. Is that
hey
Sleazy?
to the boys lined up in the front.
Is that Sleazy Thompson?
Looks like it.
Oh, DC. Now, if anybody can drive in the mud, come on now. Let's call him. He's from North Mississippi, West Tennessee area, which is known for mud that's sticky, icky. And DC Thompson,
Both sticky and icky, huh?
yes, he has a reputation down at Covington Pike.
Only in Covington.
Well, he has a reputation in a bunch of different places. I hear he can't go to Vegas.
What's up to Josh? Josh out here enjoying a bachelor weekend.
Yes.
Congrats, and I hope you guys enjoy watching this racing.
Oh, same thing happened to Paul Wolf.
That's a tough spot right there. Yeah, he hit it even more square on than Paul did, I think.
Now, if DC's smart, he would just what's going on there? If DC's smart, he would not try to get out of that. He would just let the RCB recovery group come in, recover him, and look, we're over to the side. Got my gangster lean on. What's up, everybody? I'm Dave Z.
I'm Bree Molitor.
And you're watching Hillside Live. We are in beautiful, sunny. It's not sunny. It's balmy. Is it balmy? It's cold and wet here at Windrock Park in East Tennessee, but it's beautiful. Everybody's having a good time. It's in the 30s, maybe? Is it 30s, 40s?
Yeah, low 40s.
It's chilly. It's race weather. You know, whether it's raining, snowing, if it's 95 degrees, it's race weather. A crappy day on the hillside is better than any day at work, in my opinion, Bree.
It's true.
Why don't you tell them where we're at, Bree? With this order right over here.
Are looking at Tim Cameron sitting in first place currently, followed by Donald Spicer. You know, that was fun to see him out there.
Full body.
Yeah. Travis Skelton sitting in third, Paul Wolf in fourth, followed by Alex Crouch fifth, Stephen Rogers in sixth, Clinton Garrison seventh, Jamie Coldiron eighth, Christy Hutchins ninth, and then John Beckman and Brian Hamby were unfortunate DNFs. Beckman was our one rollover for the day so far.
We've got Brian Bebo Watt from Bouncer Life. If you haven't checked out his group on Facebook, it's called Bouncer Life. Send a request. A lot of great people in there, a lot of great information. Everybody always willing to help. Man, I tell you, Matt
And I talked
Myrick.
to Brian and Mitzi earlier. They're
Yeah,
right
awesome.
outside the trailer.
We've got Matt Holt checking in. And for those of you who follow the bouncer class as well, Matt Holt, I've been giving him a pretty hard time, Bree, yes, for the past year and a half.
I would say so, yes. He is a good sport.
He's a good sport. He deserved it, but I'm going to tell you what else he deserved. After his performance, Bridgeport, Texas, 2 weeks ago, he deserved a huge pat on the back,
Yeah.
man, because he
He has
proved...
come such a long way, and it's been really cool to see him.
I think he proved to himself and he proved to everybody else that he could stay in it. He can finish, and he can kill some hills. So congratulations to old Matt Ho.
What you looking all gangster over there?
It's a little bit. It's a little cold, you know. It's cold. It's wet. Got Shelby St. Clair. He manages 6 Waffle Houses down in the Texas area, all throughout like Louisiana and Texas. Shelby St. Clair. Ashley Spicer asks, who's in first and second? Let's do this. Timmy Cameron is sitting in first place with a 6022, and Donald Spicer with a 7891. Travis Skelton is in third. Paul Wolf is in fourth place with an 8518, with Alex Crouch rounding out the top 5. Then we have Steven Rogers in 6th, Clint Garrison in 7th, Jamie Calderon in 8th. That's right, the chief himself, Jamie Calderon. Christy Hutchins in 9th, and that's that. We have 2 DNFs. We've got John Beckman and Brian Hamby did not finish.
All right.
And now we have...
Where are our Cash fans at?
We got any Cash LaCroix fans? All right, y'all. If you love you some Cash LaCroix, you better share it now. You see John LaCroix in the black hat right there. I think he forgot to take the sticker off of his hat. Somebody let John LaCroix know. He's got a sticker on his hat. Man, what a story with Cash LaCroix. He just a consummate professional.
Here we go.
Y'all hit that share button for Cash.
No.
The taco stand has napkins.
Oh, come on, Cash.
And I know it's a little blurry right now. That camera got a whole bunch of mud on it. We are gonna clean it off soon enough. Here we go, baby. This is it, people.
Got a real smooth run going so far.
Woo!
Come on, Cash.
Straight as an arrow, y'all. Straight as an arrow.
Oh.
Oh! Wow. That's huge.
Ah, man, you hate
Look
to
at that.
see
They're already on him. They're already on him. They're already on him, y'all. That was hands down the biggest tumble of the day. Cash LaCroix. We're gonna.
He had a good time going.
He had a smoking
he did
time
have
going.
A good time going.
John on the radio with Cash, making sure he's okay.
We'll come to you.
Obviously, he's good to go.
Man, he was smoking that hill.
Yes.
Hate
Man, I tell you what. You know, and just like with most of these drivers, they're either going to make the podium or they're going to make the highlight reel. That's the look. We have one of our sponsors here, and he's we're going to talk about Cash LaCroix here in a minute. He's not just one of our sponsors, but he is a sponsor of many of our drivers, and he is also a racer himself. We've got Mr. Bryant Dunnigan from Rock Life Off-Road. What's up, Bryant?
Well, first of all, let's not say racer yet. The debut has yet to be made.
You aspire to.
Well, we've entered a couple events, hoping to make the next one at Wildcat. We got a brand new Gilbert's Off-Road Outlaw powder coating buggy in the works.
Man, that Gilbert that Gilbert chassis looks sexy.
We missed this event by 2 days. The buggy's actually at Gilbert's shop done as we speak. So we just missed it.
Such as racing.
Absolutely.
So, okay. Looky here.
Let us know when we have to force clear
We got Joey Powell on the line. Another member of the Can-Am Mafia.
Their numbers are growing.
You know, Paul Wolf and I. Well, Paul is one of your drivers.
Yeah, we picked
he's
up
on the Rock Life team.
We picked up Paul, Christie, and Nathan, the whole crew.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we've been working with them. Paul's been educating me on the ways of the Can-Am. It's foreign to me, but we're getting there.
I got Joey Powell making his debut in SRRS racing with a buggy that
And speaking
here this morning.
of ways of the Can-Am, we have the grandfather. He hates when I say that. The grandfather of the Can-Am Mafia, Mr. Michael Flenner, checking in with us. How you doing, Mike? Wish you could be here with us today. I know how busy you are, but we will see you soon. Mike is probably one of the most exciting bounty-style drivers.
He is. I think he's running the Bounty Series.
Oh, for sure.
I don't think you would have a Bounty Series without the Hellacious buggy.
And he's just such a strong member of that Can-Am Mafia team. And speaking of strong teams, man, you want to talk about Rock Life off-road racing team?
We stepped up. We've got 14 to 15 guys this year, including myself and one of the guys that works for me, Tyler Bridgman. He's running endurance-style racing.
Now, this is not just like, hey, you put a sticker on their buggy. This is some serious.
Yeah.
I mean, this is some sponsorship. This is some partnership.
We work with, we have, overall, there's probably 30 guys we're involved with, but we have 15 that are Team Rock Life. We do everything we can for them, and the better they do, the better we do. So far this year, though, we're 2 races, 2 podiums, so. And then, well, actually 3 with Nathan winning last week. So we've started off good.
I would say so. Forrest, no, Sam has not gone yet.
So as far as Rock Life Off-Road, what can you help folks with out there? I know you help drivers, but what about average everyday schlubs like me?
Tires and wheels, Venom shifters, race lines. We sell a lot of Maxxis tires. We probably the number 1, number 2 PRP dealer on the East Coast.
Really?
So we sell tons of seats, and especially if you want seats, they let me run a super good special during event weekends. You get free shipping on custom seats and a percentage off.
So that's not just race seats.
No, that's for your trail rig, your Jeep, whatever you want.
Look at that look in Cash's face. Look at that. That's $1 million right there.
He took a tumble.
That says it all.
Good job, Dash LaCroix. Good job, buddy. Good job.
That says it all.
But yeah, we picked up lifetime trail maps this year too. So if you need a GPS, you can get with me. All the L&W Fab stuff, aftermarket assassins, just about anything. If it goes on a UTV, we can get it.
So what you gonna throw in if they say they heard about you on the Hillside Live? What you gonna throw in?
I tell you what.
Here we go.
There's deals that we cannot speak of if they just come over to the tent.
Real.
We would get in trouble if we said them out loud.
We can't say it. Map pricing.
Map's got us tied up. But if they want the best deals on parts and accessories, come find us at one of these races, at one of these jamborees. That's going to be the best deals you'll ever find. We'll beat all the
stupid deals like holy crap.
We'll beat all the national warehouses and all that stuff on site. And even at the store, we try and take care of everybody the best we can on aftermarket parts and OEM as well.
Mike Flenner said he needs a full containment seat.
Mike Flenner needs a lot of things. And the seat, I do believe, is one, some belts, and maybe an axle or 2.
All right, Joey Powell just took off for his run at this course.
Looks like they got the camera cleaned up. Somebody must have brought him a napkin.
Jason Hunt, Cash had an unfortunate little tumble down the hill, almost right at the top. He had a great run going up until then, so we'll see what he does with his second chance on this course.
And this is Mr. Joey Powell making his debut with the SRRS in his full body Can-Am. Currently our leader is a guy named Tim Cameron. He's sitting on a time of 6:0:22. Donald Spicer in his full body with a 78.91, and Travis Skelton rounding off the top three. Travis Skelton.
Joey.
Oh!
Oh, yeah. He
No, what? Who's got that camera? Someone.
or something, man.
Oh, it's still going.
All right, wait.
Holy! Wow.
Our recovery crew is
Going far.
getting a workout today.
I think our cameraman is back. It has a backup job as one of the RCV recovery crew. He's probably running up the hill to make that save. Sorry about that, people. I wanted to see it too. Bubba Russell, I would have said it a little bit differently than that, but you are correct. Holy cow.
That's good.
Now, people are asking, is it best of two or combined? Bree, you want to run us through our points
Well, really,
system?
it's not either. It's the point system, the same one that we use for the bouncer races,
Exactly the same. And
which is a little different than what we did for the UTVs last year. But so we made it same across the board for both classes this year, and it is based on the point system.
How does that
If you
work,
want to
Bree?
know all the details, they're on the website.
They are on the website at srrs.rocks. But quick and dirty. Basically, if somebody wins Hill 1, they get 50 points. If they end up in second place, they get what, Clyde? 47 points. And then so 44, 42, and then goes down one at a time. Then what they do, they take the second course, do the same thing. First place gets 50 points, so on and so forth. You combine the points from both hills, and therein lies your winner and what place you end up in. It's a pretty fair, pretty intense way of doing things.
We usually rely on Rebecca Bacon to keep us straight.
That's right. But here's the crazy thing. This is not a one race or a 2 or 3 or 4 race series. This is a grueling 10 race series. This is not for the faint of heart.
10 races, which means 20 courses,
20
hills.
courses. So there's 22 because of finals.
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
Can't forget that.
For bouncers.
So at the end of the day, it's all about consistency. If you haven't seen Timmy Cameron's latest explanation, go to his Facebook. He could break it down to you. Like right now, all he's thinking about is there are no drops. You can't drop a race this season.
Yep.
So that's some real deal stuff. In the past, they were allowed to drop their lowest score. They actually had to drop their lowest score. Now, there's 0 drops. You miss a race, you end up with 0 points. So, consistency, making each hill. Listening to Bubba Bacon say, hey, my goal for the year is just to make every hill. So, it's incredibly intense. And the pressure that weighs on these people's shoulders.
Oh, it's already been on mine. Of course, we signed up for the full season, and you know we have a season goal that we're going after as a team with me and Brandon Grapevine. And Brandon ran for me in Texas a couple weeks ago, and then I had to get one of our other team Rock Life drivers, Clint Garrison, to run for me this week. That no drops, I mean, has got everybody in a pinch, and it's going to make things very exciting.
Is anybody running for you guys today?
Clint run for me today.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Good,
Clint took
good.
my spot today.
You know, and I mean, that's the thing. If you end up with, let's say, 30 points, it's better than 0.
Well, it is, and with the way the team rules are structured this year, you know, Brandon's going to run the Central Rock Racing Series for us, and then Clint was my backup today. I've got one more event, you know, that I can only use a backup driver on if something was to happen. So I'm 2 weeks into the season and done used half of my backups. So we've got to make sure when we get going, we got everything together.
And we got Heath Lawler checking in. Scott Holly from Bremen, Alabama checking in.
What's
and we've
up,
got
guys?
Amer Atamna. Now, I know where you're from, Amer, because I know what you drive. Amer's checking in from Israel, y'all. All right? He's coming to us from Israel. And if I'm not mistaken, he's driving a Screamin' Blue clone. It's one of the coolest things. So if you haven't checked out Amer's page, his Facebook, look him up on Facebook. He does some really cool stuff in the Middle East with that Screamin' Blue clone. Pretty neat.
That Screamin' Blue is probably one of the most iconic rock bouncers. Everybody knows what that buggy is and who drives it.
You know, it's kind of weird because, you know, last year, Bree and we drove to just about every race with Jack, and the ones that we didn't drive with Jack, speaking of Jack Porter, your ears must have been ringing. Jack Porter just walked in the production trailer. But we went to every race with him, and we were hauling blue, Screamin' Blue.
Are you on Wi-Fi or are you on?
Okay. And hauling Screaming Blue. No, I'm off. I'm not on at all. You're not on? Hang on. Sorry, guys. We're having a little technical
Difficulties.
You need...
Service here, so do it on the phone.
Yeah, I haven't been on. So, hauling Screaming Blue, hauling Blue to the races, just getting out like at the at the fuel
station.
stops and doing whatever, and just looking at it right there, dude. I mean, if you're a fan of rock bouncing,
It's like traveling with a celebrity.
and you're a fan of like Bobby Tanner and understand who he is and what he stands for and what he does.
Well, I'd say especially since Screaming Blue, isn't it on the Gigabit game now? Or just, yeah, so that all the kids have seen that and played it and know what it is.
Now, speaking about Gigabit, I really can't go into too much detail. I mean, I guess it's kind of out there. Patrick from Gigabit, he's doing some vlogs and he's doing some stuff. He was in Texas taking pictures of a lot of the buggies. They're coming out with a Southern Rock Racing game, if you will, video game. And it is, if you liked Gigabit and you thought Gigabit was cool, you ain't seen nothing yet. It's going to be ridiculously intense. They're going to make Gigabit kind of look like, you know, what the new systems make old Ataris look like. It's going to be pretty cool.
That's something that the off-road world has lacked in recent years is a good presence on that platform.
And speaking of a Rock Life driver,
Come on in here, buddy.
we'd love to get Jamie Coldiron
You look
in
a little
here.
muddy
Hey,
there,
thank
Jamie.
you so much for coming in, brother.
Yeah.
See you, Bryant.
Come on in. No,
Come on in.
we discriminate against fat guys.
Are we still on the air?
We are on the
Yes,
air.
sir.
And
We look
people,
so clean right now. Oh, so clean.
oh
Now
my
she looks good. Now we can do an interview.
brother Jamie,
What's up, buddy?
my good friend Jamie Coldiron from Refurbished Racing.
Oh, story of my life.
Jamie.
You're gonna pay for that later.
Look, you
Hey,
know,
I'm paying for everything this year, so leave me alone.
Here.
Jamie Cole. What's going on, brother? Hell of a run in a rental. It was a hell of a run in a rental.
We made it. It's good enough, I guess. I mean, you know, we're not. Our buggy, our parts are supposed to be in today, which last weekend we busted both sides of the transmission case. Busted a yoke on the drive shaft, but I mean, really, last year the transmission took a beating, and that yoke on the drive shaft, it's been in there for 2, maybe 3 years. I really can't say nothing, but
Right.
you know, new power. I just got to learn to drive. It's just been rough. Right now,
Man.
I got a diff that won't hold the axle, so we're actually using rope from Ace Hardware as limit straps.
Well, let's.
Terry Chuck noticed that. He was like, "Are those homemade lemon straps?"
Just to get through the day, man. Just to get through.
Yeah, I thought you were joking. He was like, "Hey, Dave, pick up that rope down there." Tell me I'm lying. We go up to the trailer to see what's going on. They're trying to get this monster axle in the diff. Who are you working with?
We run a Cobra.
No, who were you working with? Who is?
Right here, the rental. That's Dustin Avens.
Okay, so Dustin was working with you. We rolled up on you, and how insane was it that 15 minutes just to get the axle in?
Yeah, 15 minutes to get it in. We're broke. Here it is cold outside. We're breaking a sweat, beating, trying to get it in, and I don't know. There's something. I don't know, something in his diff that won't hold axles, so we just had to afro engineer.
That
So-
doesn't work very well.
So he basically said, Dave, pick up that rope on the ground.
Yeah.
And I said, what do you need with that? And the rest is history.
The rest is history. You know, we cut it in two, and now we got two limit straps.
Now a lot of people have been chiming in, especially during the run. You know, Jay Shaw's like, man, that wasn't Jamie. I'm like, well, there's Jamie in a rental. He goes, that's not Jamie. It's not Jamie. I'm like, dude, it's a rental. He goes, he ain't driving like Jamie.
No.
Jamie.
No,
what
we're just trying
happened?
to get by.
Trying to make both hills.
Yeah, we're trying to get by. So, and it's a new buggy. I ain't never ridden it. Actually, you know, it belongs to Dustin Havens. It's a Tim Meeks buggy. He's rode it one time.
So what did
That's
you
it.
swap out? What did you swap out other than those axles?
Actually, axles and tie rods. That's it.
Okay.
We pretty much took two buggies and made one. So we're here.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
What's going on? I know you got somebody else on the team. What's going on with JC? We were fully expecting to see her.
Yeah, she.
Come on, tell it.
She was still in bed. Since we was in a rental today, I wasn't going to put her in it. She's a little shorter than me.
That's fair enough.
Dustin's what, 6'4", 6'5". I can't hardly reach the pedals.
Man, you got a seat. You got a seat being made for you right now. Or you actually had two seats. You want to talk about that debacle? That
Yeah.
craziness?
Chris at ISP was making us a seat. He made us one seat.
Now check this out, man. You know how much love I got for PRP, but you know what? We're all in this game together. And you had a situation with Chris over at ISP. Why don't you let the world know what's going on?
I did. I put it in. We put our buggy in her seats, which everybody knows that it's easier to build a buggy around the seat than it is to build a seat for a buggy. We got it in there and got it where we thought we wanted it. I sent some pictures to Chris, and he's like, no, take it out. I don't like it. He's like, what do you mean you don't like it? He said, it's going to break your back. You're going to get hurt in it. Get it out.
So hold on. When I talked to Jamie, Jamie's like, dude, that was the most comfortable seat in the world. It had me in the driving position that I wanted to be in. It felt great, and he wouldn't let me drive in that sucker.
No, he said it was unsafe the way it was.
Who does that? And then take the seat back and say, I'm building you another one from scratch.
We're going to build another one. We took
This isn't
different
this isn't a production seat.
No, he has to make it special for this buggy. We had to go back through and remeasure everything, and hopefully this one here, whenever it comes in, it'll work. We'll be ready to go. So,
What else you running this year, man?
we're back with special carriers, which we've run them for 2 or 3 years. You can't hurt them. All their hill killing stuff, they took a beating on every buggy I've ever had.
I saw those new rods come in, boy. Jeez.
Yeah, they're huge. They're
Good
heavy.
God.
You can't hurt them at all. We switched over to the turbo motor, which has been giving me fits. But I still got the one can of trailer. I might put it back in.
So as far as the transmission cracking, we can't blame that on the daggum turbo. That's just stress over time. Yes.
It took a beating last year. So,
Yeah, I mean,
but we got a few more tricks up our sleeve. Nate, over at NBC Diesel, he built some parts for us.
Good deal.
That we're going to try to get on it and stop this from happening. So
that's awesome.
Maybe
right
it'll
there.
work. Maybe not.
So what are you talking about? Are you talking like cryo treated stuff? Or you
Just stuff.
Can you?
Just stuff.
Oh, I see how it is. He don't want to tell his boy Dave. Cryo treated stuff.
No.
Not giving it away. I mean, he's running Clint stuff, right?
Yeah.
He's running Cobra Axle, but
Yeah.
just some stuff in the transmission because
Yeah,
we know
got
that.
we started running the DC Stage 4 diff this year, which gives us our steering back. It's actually it's
you're
all-time 3-wheel drive.
You're dealing with Brandon over there, aren't you?
Yeah, I deal with Brandon.
So if they need some DC stuff,
Yeah, get a hold of Brandon Ho. He'll get you whatever
Brandon
you need.
Ho.
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
H-O-O-E.
H-O-O-E. Okay, Brandon Ho.
Yeah.
Ho.
Now, he is a mud guy. And you should have him send you some pictures of his buggy now. He wants to do survival, and he's got it all down, looking all cutesy. Oh, it's the cutest thing you ever seen.
Now, we just want everybody to know we're not just sitting around jibber jabbering just to do it. We're in the middle of a race right now.
Yes, we
We
are.
are smack
There's
dab
something going on
in the
up there.
middle of a race, hanging out in the production trailer with three of my most favorite people in the race world. We've got Zach Garner.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, old Zach. We've got Bree Molitor, right? And Mr. Jamie, as Siri, my phone likes to say, Jamie Calderon.
Calderon, yeah.
Yeah. So
The chief is staying in the teepee for a while, I think.
now, for those of you who may not know, Jamie is full-blooded Native American, Indian. Do you call yourselves Indians? No. Native Americans.
Yeah, that's it.
So he did. I tell you.
There you go.
But Jamie did bring Bree and I some official, like, really cool headdresses. I don't know why mine looked more like a squaw's headdress, but I don't know what that was.
Transgender headpiece.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Bree's studying the lineup right now. What are you studying, Bree? What's on your mind, Bree?
Are we getting ready to start
I'm
over?
just seeing who we've got left. I'm checking out
We've got a bunch of people.
what we've
left.
gone so far and who we've got left.
Don't we have Hoback? We've got Hoback, Kyle Lowry, Sparky's not here, Steven Robinson's not here. How about this? The Oklahoma kid, Sam Carter, is on the line. Yes.
You better hold on. 'Cause it's getting slick
Arkansas.
up there, man.
Who's in Arkansas?
What? Arkansas.
Where's Okoshi? Obakoshi? Oboshi? It's on the line.
Bakoshi?
Yeah.
Oklahoma, isn't it?
Well, I'm telling you what. If Sam's from Arkansas, he got a whole
I
bunch
think-
of folks
I think
from
it's
Oklahoma rooting
Oklahoma.
for him, baby, from Bakoshi. Hey, Diana, she'll tell us.
Somebody.
Diana, Bree, gotta get someone to come give. Whoa, easy now, Diana.
He's a trucker.
Hey,
He don't have a
Diana,
home.
where's Sam from? We need his address. No, don't give his address over the phone.
It's Bakoshi, Oklahoma.
Bakoshi.
I was
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Dave always doubts me.
I don't doubt you. It's a tongue twister,
Who's that two
Bakoshi.
run? Quite a few? Not many?
Is Ryan Bramhall racing today? Ryan Bramhall, Victoria, he will be running tomorrow. We're going to be kicking off tomorrow right around 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, ladies and gentlemen. Please, Eastern time. To Koshi.
Well, guys, I got to get out of here. And
Jamie, thanks for spending some time with us, brother.
I need a bath. Say goodbye to my wife. She's in Kentucky in the snow.
No. Hey, you sticking around for round two, eh?
Yeah, we got her back together.
That's
Tied
right.
on lemon straps.
What do you think's going on with
Take
Paul
good care
Wolf?
of those lemon straps.
Paul came in saying he was broke.
He broke? Oh, is that what he was
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Paul was saying something about broke.
All the way on the right side, something gave. I heard something pop.
So something popped.
Yeah, he did land on his right
He was
side.
asking if he could use somebody else's buggy. The answer was no. Speaking of Paul Wolf, he's not gonna. He may come and sit next to us. His ears must have been ringing. I'll tell you what. Paul was probably watching the live feed, heard his name.
It's changing parts.
Well, then you just have excellent timing.
You have unbelievable timing.
Can we fit Chrissy in here too? Or
Yeah.
can
Well,
we- no.
Believe me, I'm dirty.
Come on, Chris.
Come on, Chrissy.
come on in.
Hitting stuff around here. Get in here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Paul and his baby mama up in here.
What's going on, guys?
Look, we have got one of the winningest teams sitting right in here. Paul, what happened? I was just telling everybody. I think that you broke.
Yeah, I broke a left rear shock, folded it in half down here. I come around the corner and picked the throttle up a little too soon, and the back of the bike stepped out and clipped a tree. And when it did, it was at full extension, and it jerked the rear shock apart. So I ran the rest of the course missing a left rear shock, or I guess it was back there, it just wasn't doing much good. So I don't know, it made it, it worked. I don't think so. No, the top I landed on the right side. Yeah, so we're pretty confident it happened down here at the bottom. We kind of go back and review the live feed and watch it afterwards, I guess, and see.
The trees are giving everybody heck out there today.
Yeah,
Out left and right.
they're deceiving. You go through there and it's muddy. It's got about 2 inches of real, slimy mud, and like I got the front end through it, and I was like, all right, we're good, and I nailed it. And when I did, the back of the bike slid on around, and it was the end of story. Then Christy got through there cleaner than I did, though.
I don't know about that, but I finished.
You did finish.
Nice.
And
So-
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Get up the hill there,
But-
too. That was all over the place.
Yeah, you did really
Like,
good.
you're oversteering. But it's just what I do. I just oversteer all the
I made it
time.
to the top.
Right?
But
I don't know
so
how.
I gotta send a huge shout out to Gary at GoForth. He just helped me get another shock
5
back on my
minutes.
bike to get it going. So I gotta give a huge shout out to him. I appreciate it. But
So basically, I was talking with Gary from GeForce, and he's pretty much a huge part of your program, correct?
oh yes, definitely. He actually drove all the way down here this morning to do some testing with me, and I think Travis Skelton, Sam Carter. There's a bunch of guys that are using his stuff now. It helps. I mean, when you got a guy that'll come down here and watch your bike run, and then make judgment calls and help you and push you in the right direction and get you to try changes and try stuff, then that's the only way you get better is trying stuff. Sometimes things don't work, but a lot of times Gary's pretty good about knowing his stuff. He's real sharp.
And for those of you who don't know, Paul Wolf is the 2018 National Rock Racing Association National Champion. He and Christy, along with his brother Nathan, they've joined up this year, and they are killing hills north, south, east, and west. They're going for broke this year.
Definitely.
And
Who
you're
el-
doing the endurance race tomorrow.
Yes, I'm doing the endurance race tomorrow. Me and Christy are doing it, and so we'll see how that
Did you
goes.
guys get to pre-run that yet, or is that
No, that's after this. We gotta go find some dry clothes because we're soaking wet right now. But
So as far as they say it takes a village. Is there anybody else? We know Gary's a big part of your program. Anybody else helping out?
yeah, there's a whole list of people I help out.
So you Can-Am people out there, you need to open up. You need to listen to this. He's
Yeah.
not the winningest driver of 2018 for no reason, for no good reason. So listen to this.
Yeah, we got a bunch of people. RCV, they definitely make a huge difference with that Halo locker. If it wasn't for RCVs and Halo, there's no way we could do what we do to them bikes. They wouldn't take it. Then we keep on going down the list. It's even the little guys like Brian at Rock Life that gets us good helmets and good intercom systems and all that. And E-Power steering, make us steers with them lockers. So a huge ton of people help. Pitbull tires, they're obviously working in that mud pretty good.
Speaking of G-Force suspensions, you've got Mr. Sam Carter on the line. I know Gary's been working with him.
Yeah, Gary, they just put them on today. This is the first run with them. I know Sam got here a little late. I don't think they had any time to test, so this is literally Gary shooting in the dark, so we'll see how it does.
All right, y'all. There's no subscription fee. There's no charge for this. The only thing that we're going to ask is if you would, please hit the like button and share it. If you love what these drivers are doing, you love the sport of rock racing, you love some UTV action, hit that share button for Uncle Dave.
Copy, course clear. Johnny, Ben, are you ready on your end on the camera? I see you.
Old Forrest Kirk is checking in. Old Forrest Kirk is checking in, showing some love to Christy.
I love you, Forrest. Forrest, I love you. Chris says, were you scared? No, I'm never scared.
I think I was more scared.
we saw you up there. We were like, I wonder what he's telling her right now because we can see you up there.
I think there was a lot of expletives right there. No, I can't repeat.
I know that we're kind of frozen a little bit.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
We're working on that camera angle. Here we go.
Oh yeah, that's getting bad. That is getting real bad.
Is this?
We got to get a battery out to that camera. They're going to change it out real quick. We'll get a better view.
Where everybody slides down. Like right where Sam is, you gotta climb up that. It's gonna be bad.
Bear with us.
Like you're kind of stuck right under at the end because that
Look, if any of you got some questions for
that's really not.
Oh, he's
Christy
all up
or
in there.
Paul Wolf, now's the time to ask
Big
them.
rock is you gotta climb up because it got split. It slides you to that stone now. There ain't much you can do about it.
And we appreciate you tuning in, Brandon. We've got Sam Carter sideways on this hill. Holy gosh. Look at this. He is sideways.
Oh, Sam.
And he's on 2 wheels.
He said it's not over yet.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
that's a tough spot.
I think he back up out of it now. He has to back. He's going backwards on the course. Can't make it forward. Back up.
Sam is racing right now, Diana. That's who we're watching.
I guess that's one way down the hill.
Whatever works. Whatever works.
And we are squaring away a little technical difficulty with camera number 2. We're going to get you that better view here in a minute. So what did you anticipate the course being what it was, Paul?
A little bit. I knew it was gonna be muddy and bad, but it's getting worse and worse, like by the minute, literally.
It looks sloppy out there. Well,
You flew up that hill. We watched you. You touched like 3 times. It was like skipping.
there it is.
That might have been a little bit of anger because I knew I messed
Oh
up.
yeah, we could tell you were you're a little frustrated.
Yeah.
It worked though. I mean,
It
And
actually
Sam
was
with a
extremely smooth. I'm probably gonna try to do that again, to be honest. It was crazy smooth.
like a rock skipping across the water.
So
And Sam Carter just finished with a 155.64, and it looks like Mr. Brandon Davis
This should be
is
a
heading
good
up to the
run.
line. Now, if you noticed, I know you did, Paul, Sam Carter going up that hill right there, he looked good.
yeah, the bike definitely was handling right, looked good, looked smooth. I'm really interested to see what Brandon's gonna do. You know, he's running them small tires in this muddy course. We're gonna see how it works out for him.
Now, Brandon Davis, if I'm not mistaken, ended up in 5th place in Texas. It was a heck of a run.
Yeah. I think he has a good chance. If he makes a clean run, that's a big thing. I mean, a lot of us, me and Travis, both made some horrible mistakes on the first run. So if he can make a clean run, he'll have a good shot.
I love when Paul Wolf says he made some horrible mistakes, but currently he's sitting in 4th place on hill number 1.
They were bad. I felt like they were terrible.
Oh, Brandon up there quick.
Yeah, he's moving. He's doing really good. Really good.
I tell you what, when you go back, go look at Timmy's run on that first hill right there. It looked like Timmy just literally flew up that hill.
left side?
Fast.
Yeah, I think I had a broken shock on that back left, and there's a dip for the left side, and it got me hung up when I come through a hole.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, you were the first person that hit that tree that Brandon's on right now. You were literally the first person that hit it, and after you, everybody's been getting caught in that tree. So it's getting rutted out right there.
It's getting really rutted out, and it's just getting bad. He got off it actually really quick. He did a really good job of getting off that.
Not as quick as I did. Can't all be quick.
He
like
can only
me.
aspire to
Right.
that, Christy.
I think I don't know what kind of run he's got going right now, or
Boy, this man can drive. Brandon Davis, racing out of Alabama.
So you don't want me to go that way next time?
you can, but you can't turn so much. You put too much wheel in it.
Come on, Brando.
Ooh, that looks like that's getting a little worse too.
Wow.
Man, that looked like it got bad.
Oh man.
The timers are way to the left up there too.
There it is.
94.79. That was Brandon Davis.
You want to keep
Now-
talking to Dave?
If hill number one was this slick and rough, what's that second course gonna look like, brother?
It's gonna be bad. I honestly wish I was going towards the front to hit that rock wall. towards the front because I'm afraid it's going to get rutted out and almost get impossible to climb.
Right.
So-
Now, I know you motioned to me earlier. I know you were kind of in the middle of things and you haven't checked the bike out yet. Your bike out yet? You are going to run hill too.
Yes, yeah, I'm
You
running.
is Gary working on your stuff right now?
Yeah. Gary's got it back together already.
So basically, if there are people out there that are competing or that need their suspension to work 100%, do they not need to call Gary Henkel?
Oh, they need to call Gary Hinkle for sure. He actually, I
not
pulled
getting-
over the side. He walked over and he goes, "Pull up your trailer, pull the shocks off. I'll have you another set in
Are
just
you
a
getting
second."
paid to say that?
No.
I'm not getting paid to say
The only
that.
way I'm going to get paid is I finish first today. That's the only way I'm getting paid.
This dude, Gary Henkel, I saw him. He was talking to the bouncer guys, bunch of UTV guys. He's out here to help, and he's one of the best in the world at what he does.
Oh, it's crazy the amount of information he's willing to give you just if you call him and talk to him. He'll give you a crazy amount of information on why your bike does certain things, why it, acts up. He's crazy good at that.
Is this DC?
This is
Is that Dan?
yeah, Dan Carter.
Dan Carter in the full body. One
He's
of the
moving.
most exciting.
He looked clean.
Yeah,
That
he
left
is.
side looking fast now.
Look, I became a straight up DC racing fan last year after seeing some of his bounty.
You think he's gonna get
runs.
caught up right here, or you think he's gonna make
gas it?
I think he's gonna gas hard. He'll be good. He got
Wow.
it. He's good.
Hey.
Mind over
He's
matter.
got to run.
Whoa, look at him go through those trees.
Yeah, that was Donald Spicer earlier.
Yeah.
I thought it was Dan Carter.
That is, he's moving. I think he's putting together a run right now.
Yes, sir.
Did he get hung up somewhere? There he is.
There he is.
I think he's having a little issues or something right there.
That full body looks pregnant
man.
compared to.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Oh, there.
Come on.
Oh, that. No, he's doing the bypass there, getting around it. That might be a better option going
Wow.
into hill too, especially if that left side's getting all rutted out and there's no traction. You might have to go
Come on, Dan.
to that right side.
Maybe a little more control.
Yeah.
Come on, Dan.
Christy, Justin says, what are your plans for this year?
94.87.
I'm just gonna try to finish. All right, every time. Paul said all I gotta do is give it 100%.
And I believe that was a 94.
Yeah, that's all I'm after. As long as she puts in 100% of effort every time, that's all you can ask for. And have fun. You got to smile at the end of the day.
That's right. And it ain't worth it if you're not having fun.
Oh, definitely not. I think we got Wes lining up. That's gonna be a good run.
Oh,
Yeah,
here we
this
go.
is going to be interesting.
Speaking of the Can-Am Mafia, good gracious.
Hopefully he'll show out for us.
All right, let's head out.
Wes kind of reminds me of Clint Eastwood in a way. Man of a few words, but he carries a big stick,
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely.
Uh-oh.
He's good. He's good.
Come on, Wes.
He's taking his time. I think he's all right.
Smart.
Yep.
There he
got it.
goes.
There it is. Good job, Wes.
Oh yeah.
Need some tree kickers.
There he goes. He's moving.
He knows what he has to do here.
Wes is a driver.
Oh, he can drive anything. It's impressive. Ooh,
Ooh.
impressive for sure. Boy, he made that one look easy, didn't he? That's a time.
Out the top.
Nice. That was smooth.
76.31,
76.31.
Northwest 7631.
We'll give you guys a quick rundown of our top 5. After we let Dave get it ordered up here.
All right, we're going to
Thanks
do a
for
quick...
joining us, Paul and Christy. We'll see y'all.
Good luck, hill number 2, Paulie.
Thank you.
And
All right,
Christy.
Christy.
Take him out.
All right, in first place, we have Tim Cameron with a 60.22. Second place, Mr. Wes Keene with a 76.31. Donald Spicer in third place on Hill 1. Travis Skelton in fourth. Rounding out fifth place is Paul Wolf. In sixth place, Mr. Alex Crouch. Brandon Davis currently in seventh. Dan Carter in eighth. This is not over. Stephen Rogers currently in ninth. And in 10th, Clint Garrison. That looks to me, is that Dirt Dauber?
With Kyle, yeah, Kyle Lowry. Uh-oh. Having a little trouble off the starting line here.
Kyle Lowry.
Uh-oh.
We got to get Kyle in here. Nathan Wolf just built that chassis, that buggy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Well, you definitely need more than two-wheel drive on this course, Dave.
Who do we got coming up? We know who this is. That was, look at these tires. What the heck? What is he? I tell you what. This is Colton Hoback behind. Is that Colton? Yeah. That's Colton Hoback behind the wheel. Hoback Racing.
Nathan Wolf says he did not build that, Dave.
Nathan knows I jest. Bunch of brotherly love over here. And he's off. All right, that looks a little bit better on camera number 2. That's some high def
Colton
stuff.
looks like he came prepared for the mud today with those tires.
Yeah. This cameraman looks a little bit scared now. Got a little different location.
I think it's
see
the
what he
same.
did. He's really trying to get this shot of this tree and the rut.
This corner right here has turned into everybody's worst enemy on this course.
Looks like he's got some farmers on the back of that thing. Just got back from Iceland. Now y'all watch this.
Uh-oh. Need that
Come
momentum.
on, Colton. You got to represent Memphis. Colton racing out of West Tennessee.
Oh, man.
Brother out of the Nashville area.
Ooh, he gave up that momentum he had. I think that's going to be a tough climb to the top now.
What are those, about 32-inch paddles? 33-inch paddles?
Something doesn't sound quite right.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody tuning into Hillside Live. My name is Dave Z, and I'm hanging out with Bree Molitor for the Southern Region Series opener down here at beautiful East Tennessee. Not so beautiful today, is it, Bree?
Yeah, we've seen better, that's for sure.
It's cold.
But
it's wet.
As we said before, any day out racing is better than a day at work.
If it were easy, anybody would do it and everybody would do it.
Sure.
But these folks over here are consummate pros. Everybody's having a good time. Not crying about the weather. Out here having a blast. And boy, it is slick.
All right, you're back.
Everybody's got their rain jacket and their mutton boots packed.
Daryl, great question. Most of these UTVs are running stock turbos and stock motors.
All right, that was our lineup for round 1, everybody.
All right, so here we go. We're getting the drivers lined up. We are done with the first course. We are about to run the second course. And then we're going to start pre-running for the brand new Titan cross-country CrossFit. CrossFit's a thing, right? They trademarked that. I can't say that.
Yeah.
Can't say that.
That's a different.
Cross-country side-by-side
Totally
deal.
different group.
Put on by Ultra 4. We need to get Jeremy in here from Ultra 4.
Yes, we do.
Brooks. How many? Brooks, you want to find maybe Jeremy from Ultra 4? Have him come in. You know, he got the Ultra 4 head. Yeah.
Stacy Lord, right?
Is he here?
Yeah. I don't know why he didn't.
Did Stacy Lord not run? I'm missing him.
Yes, and I'm going to give everybody a rundown on where we ended up on hill number 1. In first place, hill number 1, we have Mr. Tim Cameron with a time of 6:0:22. In second place, it's no surprise, in his Can-Am, Mr. Wes Keene with a 76:31. Then we have Donald Spicer in his full body. Man, that was a great run with a 78.91. And one of my favorites, racing out of Kentucky, Mr. 427, Mr. Travis Skelton, ended up in fourth place with an 81.07. Rounding out the top 5, we have the 2018 national champion Paul Wolf in his tube chassis X3. And then in sixth place, Mr. Alex Crouch, young Alex Crouch, I couldn't be prouder, with a 93.95. In seventh place, out of Alabama, Mr. Brandon Davis. Eighth place, Dan Carter. Ninth, Steven Rogers. Rounding out the 10th place is Mr. Clint Garrison. Clint was racing for Rock Life Off-Road. Awesome. Then we have Jamie Coldiron, Sam Carter, Christy Hutchins, John Beckman. John Beckman DNF'd. Christy Hutchins rounded it out, 13th place. John Beckman DNF, Brian Hamby DNF, Cash LaCroix DNF, and what a tumble that was.
Oh, I know.
Ooh.
That was our biggest spill of the day so far, wasn't it?
It was a huge spill. I can't wait for you guys. If you didn't see it, you guys need to see it. Colton Hoback just DNF'd right there. Stacy Wilhoit was on the card, and I seen the Instigator buggy out there. Don't know why he didn't run. DC Thompson, he DNF'd. Let me see who else. Joey Powell DNF'd.
We've got John Beckman back to kick things off for everybody's second round on this hill. Are they running the hill backwards, Clyde? Hey, Clyde, are they running it in reverse?
All right, so things got a little bit interesting, people. You know how we do things. Course 1, course 2, a little bit different. Now they have to run up the hard side first. There is no taking the easy way. Have to run up the hard side. They cannot take the easy out right off the bat. They have to make an attempt on the hard side. And I'm just going to let you know what we said during the drivers' meeting. It was said what an attempt means is the driver's tires have to hit the top of the rock. So that's going to be pretty intense. I think we're going to see some serious action. And there goes my man, Mr. Kyle Crouch. We miss him dearly. Talking about men of few words. Kyle Crouch, proud father of Alex Crouch, who's running the Angry Burro. Can't wait to see Kyle back in the field in his new buggy. I know they've been working on it.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with round 2.
Welcome back. Hey, welcome back, Stan Haynes. I heard of that guy. Let me think. Where do I know?
Familiar.
Let me think. Where's Stan Haynes? Now I know a Brandon Haynes. I wonder if they're related.
I'd say there's a good chance.
Yeah. So they're from Brannock. How about Brannock Motorsports? Man, they do so much for so many drivers out there. Pretty awesome.
I know those guys helped me out last year.
Old Stan Hayes.
Are we going to get Jeremy in here?
Yeah, we got to get Jeremy in here. What's up, Jeremy?
How are you?
Man, we got Jeremy from Ultra 4 Racing in here. What's going on, brother?
How are you all?
Outstanding.
Good.
Man, we got him out from the West Coast. Where do you live, man? California?
Tennessee.
Tennessee? How about that?
I'm close.
Really? But where
East
do you
Coast
do
based.
most of your racing?
Everywhere. We go to Europe, and we've got 5 races in Europe. We have 3 East Coast, 3 West Coast, and we're going to Mexico this year, San Felipe.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Why don't we go to Europe?
Why don't we get invited to San Felipe?
Mexico's awesome to race.
I could change my name to Miles. I swear.
Yeah.
Miles.
Where is Miles at?
Great, but I want to go to Europe.
Is Miles on right now?
Where's Miles? He's going after a recovery. He works for AAA.
Yes,
So,
he does, man. I love following his adventures.
He's a hard worker.
Look, if y'all want to see some adventures, you need to hit the friend button for Miles Hassel Quest.
Yes.
And a lot of good times, man. So,
Jody Flint's.
Oh, Jody, how are you, son? I'm glad to see you racing again. Missed you at KOH, though.
So Jeremy, what do we have going on tomorrow? Can you tell everybody about? Everybody's been asking about it. Can you tell everybody about the races and the new thing? And
Well, we have another crazy Dave Cole idea, I guess you could say. You know, Dave started with the King of the Hammers and had a crazy idea, and you can see we just came off another successful one. So now he wanted to expand the UTV side of it, and we're coming up with the Titan All-Terrain Cross Country Championship Series presented by HCR. 7 series race, including 3 Ultra 4s events, and then we've got 4 that we've partnered with SRRS, and you all get to see some endurance racing, and the East Coast gets to see some more endurance racing.
so what do these folks need to do to sign up for the races? Because I know a lot of the folks in the South, they're not used to signing up with Ultra 4 and getting involved.
We have 2 classes. We have like the 4x4 that's sort of replacing, or not replacing, but taking the place, I guess you could say, of GNCC, since they're not racing this year. And then we have the pro class that meets our specs and our tech. To sign up is easy as jumping on our website. We can get some kind of sign up if need be, if it's easier to get on SRRS to sign up as well if we need to. We've got some pre-running action today. The course was marked. It's actually going to be a fun, fast course. Probably 12 miles or 6 miles, about a 12-minute lap. And then they're going to push it hard for 2 hours.
Wow,
See
2
who comes out
hours.
on top.
So what do you think of our style of racing over here? Thoughts?
Like I told somebody, I don't know that I've ever had an urge to strap in and climb a hill. You throw some rocks on it, maybe, maybe, like, I don't know. It's these guys it's a definitely professional racing, and man, they go at it. It's impressive. If you're not out here, you definitely need to come out and check these guys out, or at one of their 20 or 30 events that they pull on across everywhere. Right? Clyde is crazy. He puts on like 30 events a year, but just 10. Well, it's still that's still 10 events that you all do a great job at.
So this is John Beckman in his it's the second run in his debut SRRS career, and John's learning about that Tennessee sticky icky.
So if I'm correct, he has to put his front tires on the rock at least. And
on the top of the rock.
Okay.
Yeah, he got
and then
there.
if he wants to turn around, he can. But he's just going for it. I like his style. Uh-oh.
We're working on it, people.
We got Stan Haynes on. Uh-oh. Old popcorn. I like Stan. Brannick guys, man, they're a solid group of guys. The Indiana racers.
Man, they do it all, don't they?
Anything and everything.
They race. They support the race. They support the series. They're freaking awesome.
So Stan Brannick is actually our title sponsor for our 4800 Legends class this year. And to quote Dave Cole, it is fitting because Stan is a legend. I don't know if it's in his own mind or with everybody, but he's a legend, so he's sponsoring the Legends class.
One way or another.
One way or the other, yes.
Those guys were kind enough to let me get a taste of survival racing last year. Jody Beats, Razor.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, the Brannick crew helped me out. It was a good time.
Yeah.
And we've got Josh Martell checking in from up north. Evolution Motorsports. What's up, Josh?
We're back. All eyes on us.
Hey, Bobby Land, there's a position open for a cameraman. You're more than welcome to come down and stand out in the 35-degree weather. Come on out, brother. Look me up. Dave Z. We'll put you to work, I promise you. We're sorry about the technical difficulties. We're at the mercy. We own a little part of a satellite up there. And I think the Russians are messing with us a little bit.
A battery, it's a dead battery.
Yeah, I'm going with the Russians. It is the Russians.
It's conspiracy. It's all conspiracy.
Why do they hate racing? So tell me what you think tomorrow is going to look like out here with the rain that we've been having, and we're going to have more tomorrow. I haven't seen the endurance course yet. What do you think it's going to end up like?
Obviously last man standing, but I think it's going to be same as King of the Hammers, attrition. It's a smart driver that knows the limits of his car and knows when to push it and when to back off of it. We've got a couple of options that we're throwing at them. We'd like a couple hill climbs that they could cut some time off, or they could make a big loop, however they want to. And then everything that you're seeing today and I guess tomorrow of the guys going up, we're leaving it open for them to come down. So at the end of this course, I just need you at the bottom of the hill to check in. Yeah, it's just it's a Can-Am UTV mudslide down the hill.
You looking forward to the bouncers tomorrow?
Oh yes. Again, these guys are crazy. Like I want to see a show, and they always put on a good show. They always come out for the Monday night shootout and put on a heck of a show, and I'm sort of behind the scenes at that one doing King of the Hammers, and we help with the lights, and Rigid helps us there, but no, it's a good time. They always put on a great show.
It's bizarre. There are a lot of people that are just like, man, go halfway across the country, take a bunch of vacation off of work. It's a huge commitment. Not just the racers. Let's not even talk about the racers. Let's just talk about going out as a spectator. Yeah. It's first of all, first time I went out there, hands down, the biggest party, and I'm talking about like a good party. Just like,
I don't know anything about that.
I'm talking about like wholesome, dude. I'm not talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm
it
talking about,
is a good family. Like
yes, that's
yes.
yeah.
It's family getting together and just so happen a race breaks out is what we always say to sponsors. So,
and as far as the shootout goes, you know, I've been to some pretty large events down south, but when I hit that shootout last year for the first time, and I was watching it on stage with Miles. Mm-hmm. And when I hit the race hill before I came back down to Miles, and I saw like 15,000 plus people at the foot of the front door, it was unbelievable. It was nuts.
So I'm actually positioned just on the hill behind doing the lights, and to overlook that crowd is pretty crazy. It's amazing.
All those lights, it's surreal.
Yeah.
So if you have a UTV or something to get around on, because I think that's key to have a good time as a spectator, yeah, come out there with something, hit the desert. It is, take a couple of gallons of water with you, play in the dunes. It's surreal. It's a once in a lifetime type of experience for most of us. And just take the Mecca to Hammertown next year.
Yeah. Or come check us out on the East Coast or West Coast.
That's right.
Out on the dunes and look and see Hammertown just like sprouted up in the middle of nowhere. It's crazy. There's like
and you're coming off the highway. Coming off the highway, you can see it.
You know, and in the middle of the desert, they just etch out this race course that anybody can just, if you're not careful, you can pretty much get yourself on a hot course. So it's really cool being able to watch from like a dune somewhere, and out of nowhere just see a helicopter come within, 300-400 feet of you,
flying sideways at the same time,
flying sideways, shooting a trophy truck or something. It's just it's insanity.
Yeah.
So if
we had the addition this year of the T1 trucks, so that created a whole new level. So that was interesting to see the top guys in that field run.
We'll probably have a contest where Bree will finance. If the winner of the contest, Bree will finance your way out west. What, about 5 days, 7 day, all inclusive?
Why not?
All right. You heard it here first. We're going to have that contest. When? When did you want to do it?
I don't know, Dave. Why don't you tell me?
We'll work it out. We'll get back to you on that.
So it's a year contest.
Here's when we're
who has the
it.
most shares or who has the most follows supporting SRRS? Who can promote SRRS the most?
When we're gonna do it will be after I win the lottery. That's
Well, no. We never said that. I mean, you wouldn't be riding in the back of the truck with me, Bree, 4 other people, like they're trying to smuggle us across the border, which it kind of is like getting smuggled across the border entering California.
I would say getting into California does feel like that.
It was a bit, going through that checkpoint. But
Hey, Christy's watching.
My Christy?
Hi, Christy. Yeah, you're Christy.
I guess I'm lagging now. I don't even see my Christy here. Well, I'm going to take it on faith. How you doing, babe? Can't wait to see you on Sunday. I appreciate you letting me do this. Thank you.
Good move.
So we're hanging out here with Jeremy. I'm Dave Z.
I'm Bree Molitor.
You can have your time.
And we are in the middle.
They've heard my voice.
We're in the middle of hill number 2. I'm used to sort of saying hill number 2 for the bounces, but we're on the second course for the UTVs, and it is wet.
Which is basically a big hill.
It's a big hill, and it's nasty. And they've got uphill challenges, downhill, and hill number 2 is just going to be nuts compared to hill number 1, eh?
Yeah, well, and especially now that we've had, 30-ish competitors already go on it and churned up all that mud. It's a mess out there, so it's going to be interesting. Yeah, and it's still raining.
Okay, I just want to get this straight. Jerry Foley, when you say an SRRS tramp stamp, are you talking about a real tattoo on your lower back? If so, I think that I can manage to raise a few $1,000s to get you out to California. And I think that Jeremy can maybe figure out a way to
figure something out.
We will figure something out, I promise you. So if we're talking real tattoo, Sir, challenge accepted.
Can we make it like a SRRS
Ultra 4? Yeah, shootout.
Shootout. There
right
you go.
on your lower back. Bam! Jerry Foley, I got you,
I
brother.
think it should be SRS over here, Ultra 4 over here. That way,
He said-
on the underside, like guns, to the,
Yeah.
to the gun show, to the
That's
top.
it.
we want everyone to be able to see it.
Sport, right?
Look, everybody, this is not a subscription-based feed. We're not charging a pay-per-view. We ask you one thing, and that's to like the feed and share it with your people. If you like what these drivers are doing, if you believe in what they're doing, and you like the sport, if you like off-roading, you like the sport of rock racing, hit that share button, support the people who keep this thing going. We really appreciate that.
That's right.
Anybody have any questions for the endurance race that Ultra 4 is putting on this weekend? Please, we got Jeremy in here. He'll be more than happy to help you with any details. If you're thinking about racing, be more than happy to talk about it.
It's a great starter. I mean, if you want an endurance race or get started in it, like it's a great, get your feet wet type stuff. So yeah.
I would be very interested actually to try the endurance racing because I really liked the one survival race I did last year. It's a little different when you're bouncing and you're got maybe 22 seconds of seat time on the hill, and it takes you a lot longer to get strapped in than it does to race sometimes, and then to get to go and do miles, for racing it's fun. I'd like to try some more of it.
You always have to push it to the limits, and then the vehicles are pushing our limits even more. So, and then you have the awesome sponsors that come in and push the limits. And hey, this breaks. We're gonna update this RCV, and they just keep stepping their game up with the IFS stuff and what maintains.
Yeah. And between the endurance racing, the Ultra 4, just kind of under that whole umbrella of what we all do, where do you see in the next couple years? I mean, what do you think is going to start cropping up, or are there going to be like certain trends that are going to be happening? I mean, everything keeps getting more extreme, and safety keeps stepping up, and the technology keeps stepping up. Do you think of anything specific?
Well, I mean, you have the IFS SRRS coming to play a little bit now. Jordan Pellegrino pulled out the new car, but of course you had Laser Nut. He was the first one to bust it out there. So I don't know. I know. I guess you could throw some. Dave is building a little new car that's for Bailey, or Bailey Cole's building a new car, so that'll be interesting. So
now we have somebody asking a question. Can you explain some of the classes? I think he's talking about the side-by-side endurance racing. Can you explain the two classes?
Basically, you have the pro class, and that is following the Ultra 4 rules. So as far as the tech goes, to pass safety and tech, just jump on ultra4racing.com, go to the UTV rules, and as long as you're passing our tech there, then you can come race. The 4x4 is more of the, again, grassroots. We're following more of the GNCC levels and tech, and again, we're just trying to provide a good opportunity for people to come out and experience.
So that would be where somebody would
get your kids out here. Come hang out and be part of the family.
So if you're starting off, then that's the class that you would.
Yes, completely. And if you have any questions, reach out to us on we've got contact. I'm on Ultra 4 Racing. JT Taylor, he's our tech guy, so him and Doug will answer all the questions you have. We just want to see everybody racing, so come join us.
Now Ryan Webb asks, what time does it start? We are shooting for, tell me if I'm wrong, Jeremy, 3 p.m. tomorrow, or maybe just a touch earlier if the bouncers end earlier?
That's Eastern time.
Eastern time.
Yes. We are shooting for a 30-minute after the bouncers end.
Okay.
So we're shooting for 3 o'clock, if sooner, possibly, but if later, we're adjustable.
So let's say somebody's, within 6 hours, they want to shoot on down, they're seeing this, they're hearing this. How can they sign up? I mean, short notice like this, is there a way?
At this point, we've cut online registration off. But if you want to race and you're within 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, overnight trip, it doesn't matter. Come race. We'll get you signed up. We'll get you racing tomorrow. If it's We just need, let's say, an hour before racing to make sure you're tech and safety approved, and let's go racing.
Excellent.
Sounds
Cassidy, no. We have just a wee bit of technical difficulty out there. Second hill really hasn't started yet. We'll be getting things going sooner than later.
Mario, Northern Cal. Mario's the man. He helped me out a lot at King of the Hammers this year.
What a production. How many did you have out there in the desert this year?
Core staff this year, or more than 1 week spent on the desert, we had just under 100 people there. That was 2 weeks or more. And total volunteers, we had about 350 total volunteers.
350.
So
we've got 7 volunteers right now working.
It's a big staff to make that production happen.
I'm kidding. We have about 25 core people out here volunteering, making things happen, and that's really the heart of it. And people don't say thank you enough, do they? I don't say thank you enough. And what's it like working with those 300, man?
We have a good group and we have a good team. Jess and Simon both take care of the volunteers. Our sponsors take care of the volunteers. We do a big raffle on Thursday night for all of our volunteers, and there's some pretty nice gifts or prizes, quote unquote, given away there. So we even saw a Monster gave away a Ken Block RC car. So it's pretty neat.
So basically, if you want to get out to an SRRS event and help out, whether it's working recovery or whether it's help working the course, maybe helping build the course or break it down, you want to be part of something, you're more than welcome to go to the SRRS Facebook page, send us a message, and we could dial you in. Are there perks? Absolutely. But everybody's going to give you a big pat on the back here. Everybody loves the recovery crew and the people helping out.
All help is appreciated.
And how do they do that for the Hammers? I know it's a big deal.
Same way. It's volunteer@ultra4racing.com. Just email them. Information's easy to get to us. Just feel free to touch base with us. So.
All right. It looks like we
going back to the action.
I believe I heard a course is clear call out there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
That means we got DC.
Old DC Thompson on the line, racing out of northern Mississippi. One of the most exciting guys in the field. He is not afraid to hit that skinny pedal.
All right, we got DC Thompson in the headache. Round. You better let her eat.
Who's that that ran first?
He's moving.
Oh! Got it.
DC Thompson.
Who went first?
John Beckman.
John.
There it is, right there, folks.
We got Zach out on the hill. DC laying it down. They're making us look like liars, saying that hill number 2 is going to be harder.
Oh, it ain't over yet, Dave. I think we're going to see a little more carnage out of this hill today.
Oh no, DC.
What happened?
He DC'd it.
Oh no. Did his motor get scared of that hill?
Hey Mario, we appreciate it. I got an affinity for NorCal. I was stationed at Beale Air Force Base about 40 miles north of Sacramento for 4 years. Love my Northern California brothers and sisters. We have got Mr. Dirt Dauber in here himself. Come on over here, Kyle. We got Kyle Lowry. DC Thompson was a DNF, did not finish.
Kyle, you said he broke.
Yeah, I've been awake for 32 hours at this point, and we drove from Memphis to Brighton, Illinois, to pick up the buggy from Wolf Fab Works. Yesterday morning, got there and had a truck problem on the way. Josh at Wolf Fab got the truck fixed, had the buggy ready to go, loaded us up, sent us back home. The only issue we were having is we couldn't figure out why the front diff was engaging, so we drive all the way back to Memphis, then all the way here. So I drove for 22 of those 32 hours I've been awake, and we get here, think we've got it figured out, pulled apart, talked to Dave Carter and a couple other people on the phone to figure out, or Brandon Hove, figure out what's going on, not Dave, and think we got it kicking. Pull up to the starting line, and absolutely nothing in the front wheels. So it's rough. 2 races in, and I don't get to put points on the board.
Do you think you can get a rental, or?
At this point, I don't know what it matters, honestly, if it will or not. I think, I'll break the beam on the next one, and really just we'll have it together for the next one and hold it wide is really all we can do.
That's rough.
That's a heartbreaker. I know. I speak to Josh and you on our off time,
right,
pretty regularly.
Yeah.
And I know how much this meant to you,
man.
And I was talking to your father. You probably don't know this. I was talking to your dad this morning.
I did not know that.
And man, we were just. Man, we wanted 2 clean runs, man, and it's a freaking heartbreaker, man.
Well, it's racing. It's funny you say that, because I've never been so relaxed on the starting line as I was on this one. We're sitting there in line waiting, and my girlfriend, who's also been up for at least 32 hours, looks over at me and says, "Wake up." I fell asleep 4 times. Hans, helmet, everything on, sitting there waiting in line. Fell asleep 4 times. I was just calm, cool and collected. Sometimes you just know when it feels good, and it felt good.
Nestled into your seat there, and
the tighter I could get on myself, the warmer I was too. It was cold.
Hey, by the way, if anybody out there loves them some cash money, anybody want to make it rain, I need you to hit that share button for Cash.
Cash had a tough time of it on his first run of this hill, so hopefully he's got a.
Cash took a tumble.
You are my new favorite person. What's the name of Jeremy just brought me some hot chocolate, and he is my new favorite person. And shout out to the taco truck behind us. I'll have to find out the name, the name over there.
Whoever they are, we appreciate it.
It's chilly today. Any excuse for some hot chocolate.
But yeah, Dave, like you were saying though, as far as the meaning a lot thing, it was just, I just really wanted to do it. I really wanted to put it up there for Josh. He's worked so hard to get this thing done. I mean, like, people won't ever understand how far he's gone to make this happen. Like, I can't even elaborate on it a whole lot. Just know that he went to the ends of the earth to make this happen, and we just tough luck after tough luck, I guess.
Man,
it is what it is.
I would venture to say by next race, you are going to be squared away.
Oh, it's going to be hammer time. I'm going to do something stupid, or I'm going to put it up there quick. One of the two.
Make it on the podium or on the highlight reel, as we like to say.
That's the truth.
All right, come on, Cash.
Man.
Little redemption here.
That's your buddy right there.
Yeah, Cash is my buddy. I don't know if he knows that. But
whatever.
Cash is everybody's buddy.
Y'all were hanging out in church the other week, weren't you?
We were. I do feel like we have a little more special bond now.
Cash is getting it.
Come on. Come on.
stunt is they just speed up.
I was going to say, he just kind of came to a stop.
Yeah, exactly.
His first run.
It did. It seemed like it kicked his back end out, and it just ate his momentum,
yeah.
and it was over from that.
Cash currently is in first place with a 69.62. And that's the first time that we have on hill number 2. Oh, Gallo Loco. ¿Cómo te va, Gallo Loco?
Oh, no.
Okay. Thank you,
Thanks
Kyle.
for hanging with us.
Anytime, brother. Anytime.
See ya.
Y'all be good. We'll see y'all soon.
Killing me. You bring your guitar, Kyle.
Oh, yeah, Heath Lowry's been telling you to sing a song.
I thought about
Brian texted me and told me to bring it last night, so we loaded it up in the truck.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
For sure.
All right, we got Sam Carter with his second run on this course.
Man, I tell you what, Sam on that first run, his shocks really were working. That suspension was working. That didn't sound
Doesn't
good.
sound quite right.
No. You know, most of these drivers have a teammate in Zach Garner. Zach Garner does so much directing out there.
Zach is either going to shame you up the hill or,
It kind of
well, he'll shame you up the hill.
It kind of reminds me, who out there, you know, watches some old Busted Knuckle or Mad Ram videos where Cole Shirley, Mad Ram 11 himself, directs people up the hill. He is the spotter. When I think about the greatest spotter of all time, it has to be Cole Shirley.
My favorite time ever was when Lowry was driving and Cole's out there stomping his foot at her. Oh, where were we? That was in Super Lift. Good times. Man, Sam is between a rock and a hard place here.
Hey Ryan, I'm under direct instructions not to talk about the new hills here at Windrock. But I do have some instructions for you, sir. You and I'm supposed to come see you before you hit the hill tomorrow. We're going to have a talk before you take off in that Agnes buggy, brother. Man, we miss us some Cole Shirley, I tell you what. And for those of you who don't follow Mad Ram 11, for the 2 people out there that don't, you need to go seek him out and follow him. And I don't know if he has any, he probably doesn't want me doing this, but I don't know if he has any room on his personal page. But seeing the adventures that he has with his children is pretty freaking awesome. So I'm just speaking from personal experience. Got nothing to do with the National Rock Racing Association. So if you want to see what a father's supposed to be, go check out Cole Shirley's page. I'm serious, Ryan Webb. Aaron made me promise to bring it in with you.
Ooh, our camera guy's in a bad spot there.
That was freaking awesome. That was awesome.
Saw that coming.
Now, I would pay good money if we could have a camera on Clyde Bynum in here just to see his face when that camera got covered up. That was awesome. Priceless.
Man, Sam wants this hill.
Sam wants it bad. He took it easy on Hill 1 just for this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ryan Webb, you must be talking to Bree, and I think she'll get behind the wheel of Agnes. Yeah, Bree?
I think Agnes has had enough of a tough history without me getting in there.
Good God, Sam. The man from Oklahoma.
Well, you can't say he didn't try. That's for sure.
See, Zach had me messed up saying he was from Arkansas. I knew he was from Oklahoma.
Don't
man.
listen to Zach. That was your first mistake.
God, my bad. So rule number 1, there is no fight club. Rule number 2, don't listen to Zach. I got you.
Yeah. And then don't talk about either of them.
Yeah. Well, we love spending our Friday morning and afternoon with you guys. We got a dude in here. This man. Let me tell you about this man. I'm gonna say this man. I challenge any one of you to call him a boy. You're gonna have to answer to me and Bree. But we got Cash LaCroix up in here with us. What's up, Cash Lee Croy?
We had bad luck on the first run. We forgot to set the suspension, so I kind of flipped up top and
Did that rattle your brains a little bit? That was a couple good rolls up there.
knocked the breath out of me. And then on the second run, we got a good time and sitting in first on the second hill, I guess.
Hey, y'all, do me a favor. I want you to go back in the live feed. If anybody can go back in the live feed and get that shot. In the future, I need you to get that shot from me where Cash, I need you to capture that 10 seconds when he's coming off of the hill. And I want you to get a good close-up of that. And I want you to send it to Cash LaCroix, John LaCroix, and myself, and Bree. Because that was one of the most intense looks I've ever seen on any driver's face in my entire life. Period. Hands down. Man,
Talking about you driving down the hill
after
they turned you back over and then you drove back down the hill.
What was going through your head? What was going through your head, man?
You look like someone stole your candy.
I was mad. I was really mad.
You was mad. Look, that look of... Now, y'all know what I'm talking about out there. Because if you got a friend who drives, who races, and who's competitive or plays ball, you know that look of determination and just being completely upset. But, I mean, do you know how many times you flipped over, Cash?
I don't know, like 5 or 6.
It was intense, dude. What did it feel like in there, man?
Rough.
Was it rough?
In the ISPC, it saved me from getting really, really bad hurt. It's got the side pieces on my head and my shoulders, and it keeps me in there real well.
Brandon Davis is on right now. This man can drive, can he?
Yep.
Well, let me ask you this before you go, because you're not the only person that talked about their ISPC today. Jamie Coldiron talked about it, and what, all the steps that Chris from ISP went through to fit him, make sure everything hurt. A lot of people feel that when you're strapped into that full containment seat with the with those pieces on your helmet, that you can't see around you. Is that true?
You have to look out in front of you and like you have to look like 10 feet in front of you to see.
And use your peripheral vision, see side to side. But do you get used to it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to see. Man, what about Timmy's run today?
He had a real fast run.
Gosh. Come on, Brando. Come on now. Hey,
No, that's looking a lot like Sam Carter's.
Yeah.
Try there.
Hey, don't you root for the folks from Alabama?
Yes, sir.
You got to. Hey, Cash, if somebody wants a Cash LaCroix or LaCroix Racing, now let's straighten it out, because there was a debate last week. We're trying to tell people your last name is LeCroy. How do you pronounce your last name?
I say it LeCroy, but
LeCroy.
my grandma says it LaCroy.
So basically, nobody was wrong, right? You can call it LeCroy. You can call it LaCroix, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, there you go, people. Tomato. That's right.
All right, looks like Brandon gave his attempt on the hard side. Back down and went over to the other side now.
Hey, Ryan Webb, I don't know if Ron Miller can handle all this in the buggy. Do you have an extra wide passenger seat for me? Because it's going to need to be a double fat boy seat. I'm just putting it out there, brother. God, that was slick, wasn't it? That was nice. Here he goes. Come on, Brando. Here he goes.
Shoo, that top's getting nasty. Yeah, tell me what hitting the hill a second time, getting a little redemption, what did that feel like?
It felt good when I made it, but I was a little nervous when I started because I didn't want to do that same thing that I did last time.
So real quick, Brandon Davis with a 17034, and still sitting in first place on hill number 2 is Cash LeCroy. I'm calling you LeCroy, man, but you can call him LaCroix. That's right, Cash Money. And we've got
Dan
DC.
Carter.
Dan
We
Carter.
got a lot of DCs and TCs out here.
That's right.
I keep them all straight. Matt Myrick. Very true.
And Jerry Foley, I haven't gotten that sponsorship deal with Depends yet, but
We're working on it, guys.
We're working on it because we have to wear them in the trailer. They don't let us out of this thing for 7 hours. So it's all kinds of stuff going on up in here. Thank you, Depends.
That explains a lot, Dave, actually.
Man, we appreciate you bearing with us. We hope you love the action as much as we do. My name's Dave Z.
I'm Bree Molitor.
And you are at the Southern Rock Racing Series opener here at Winrock Park in East Tennessee.
And we're watching Dan Carter lay down his second time on this hill. We are into round 2 of our UTV race today. If you missed a little bit earlier, we've still got quite a few to go here on their second attempt at this course today.
Dan's moving pretty good so far. He is moving pretty good.
Thank you.
Ah, look who's at the line.
I have a feeling we're about to get a good time out of this. Wes Keene.
80.36 for Mr. Dan Carter. And still in first place, Mr. Cash LaCroix on hill number 2. Now, Wes Keene is a sight to be seen.
Wes Keene has been doing this a long time, too. He's been in this
Very,
sport since
very,
the
very
beginning.
serious. He doesn't have a big buggy tomorrow, but he is sure showing out in the baby buggy.
I think he had some misfortunes last weekend
Yes.
in the bouncer.
Wes making short order of this course. Come on now, Wes. Good gracious.
Oh, he had such a good time
he had
going.
One of the best runs of the day right there. What a heartbreaker
hurts.
for Wes Keene.
He says, forget that. I'm going this way.
Cash, what's going through your mind, brother? Sitting in first place watching Wes smoke that course.
Almost smoked that course. He just had a big old smile on his face, Cash did.
I thought he was going to beat me for a second, but then he didn't make it up that hill, and then I got a little happy.
Got that happy face on. And a heck of a run for Mr. Wes Keene. And with the paddle tires, we have got Mr. Colton Hoback racing out of Memphis, Tennessee.
What do you think Zach is telling him, Dave?
Now, I tell you what, Zach's from northern Mississippi. Pretty much you could say that's West Tennessee. And, yeah, he's giving him a little advice. Told him to pin it.
He said, don't hit the trees.
You know, it's pretty awesome, Ray Merrill, seeing someone like Cash come up and watch him grow as a driver. You know, at such a young age, seeing the consistency and seeing the just that tenacity is it really is a sight to be seen. And Colton Hoback and his brother, there were a couple of great competitors.
Oh, yeah. And that's Colton out there on the course.
Nice. That was smooth. Perfect. Perfect. 77.06. And
Kyle Walker, you are very welcome.
Cash.
Glad for everybody that can't be here in person
Yes.
to still be able to join in on the fun.
And with great pleasure, can report that Cash LaCroix is still in first place. The time to beat is 69.62. In second place on hill number 2 is Colton Hoback. In third, Dan Carter. Fourth, Wes Keene. And rounding out fifth place is Brandon Davis. DC Thompson was a DNF. And in home record, we have young Mr. Steven Rogers. Such an exciting driver. He's racing both in the UTV class and the bouncer class in his brand new Jimmy Smith built buggy. Unloyal is the name of the buggy.
Ray Shane, I'll check that out later. Thank you, sir.
Hey, Cash, we really appreciate you stopping in, man. Before you head out real quick, I know you got to get out there. You got anybody you'd like to thank real quick, man?
All my sponsors, I can't name them all. I don't, but thanks, guys.
Outstanding. Thanks, buddy.
See you, Cash.
And Steven Rogers, come on, stay in it, son. Stay in it.
Nice.
Wow, that was smooth. 78.75. Nice smooth run. from Mr. Steven Rogers, which puts him straight into third place on hill number 2.
All right, we got Travis Skelton pulling up to the line. I bet we're going to see another fast time. We had Brian Dunnigan in here earlier talking with us about the Rock Life off-road team, which Travis is part of. They've been doing really well since the beginning of the season so far, the last few weeks. We'll see how the rest of this weekend goes for them.
Oh boy.
Man, those trees today.
Hey, Colton, come sit with us. Come on now, Trav. Man, he's fast.
Nice. 7.3.15. That looks like a new second place. Cash still hanging on to the lead.
There's a lot of time out. There's a lot of time that can be made up on that hill right now.
Yeah.
So, and we still have a couple of the world's fastest still to come.
Colton, what did you think of this hill today, or this course?
Colton Hoback.
Muddy, rutted out big time, you know, but it's a lot of fun. I brought the dig tires, so the dig tires kind of bite me on the first hill. I landed under full power and broke an axle. But, you know, we went to the trailer, got it fixed. We never give up. As long as that buggy's still moving forward, we're still trying to get points. So I think you said I was third right now in the second hill, so that axle swap was worth the.
And we got. I'm sorry, trouble. we got Clint Garrison right now in heavy pedal running for a Rock Life off-road. Sorry to interrupt.
That's fine. Yeah, we got the dig tires for sure. But hopefully we can hold a good position. We just want to swap axle out and get some good points and try to work our way up, maintain where we are at least.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of people out there don't know. You know, they see you racing, they see you win, they see you competing. But one thing that a lot of folks don't realize is how much that you and your brother volunteer and just the kind of effort that you put forth week after week and putting these shows together. And they don't, and you know, I know our volunteers, me and Jeremy from Ultra 4 were talking about how, you know, don't say thank you enough, but we know without you, your brother, and other volunteers, this show wouldn't go on. Yeah. And it's amazing.
My brother runs a starting gate for the big buggies on Saturday, and I try to take control of safety and make sure nobody gets hurt. So
we appreciate you guys out there.
Doing pretty good. What y'all didn't see is down in Texas, I got 2 flats. I went and changed 2 flats and made the second run. Then this race, I'm changing axles. It's been a lot of work. I'm looking forward to back 2 years ago when I could just get in there and drive and make a good run, not have to work on it. But when you're running 13 wide paddles and you hit a root at wide open throttle, something's got to give. That was my fault. So.
And Clint ran a 92.03, consistent. Is this Christy?
This is Christy. Let's see what she does.
Christy Hutchins in the winningest buggy of 2018.
Paul said he broke a, was it left rear shock on his first run at this hill?
Uh-huh. Come on, Christy.
She's trying to decide what she's going to do here with these trees.
Come on, Christy.
There she goes. Oh, well, she was.
You know, my hat's off to Christy. She has very, very, very little seat time. She works really hard at her day hustle. And, you know, between her and Paul trying to get the new buggy together, she has very little seat time in this buggy. And,
Plus, there's a thing about having a baby, you know.
Yeah, a little thing, yeah.
A few months old.
Yeah.
And she's out here throwing down with the best of the best in the UTV class.
Insane.
So you get it, girl.
Come on now.
You know, this is the first round of the Southern Rock Racing Southern Series, and it's sponsored by GoForth Tire. And I want to give a big shout out to Scott GoForth. He brought me 2 sets of UTV tires to the race and volunteered to mount them for me. And we'll probably get that knocked out after the race. I chose to run the Big Dig tires this time, but got a set of Rockzilla's 32s and 35s to go on our trail rig. So he delivered them right here at the park. So if y'all need any tires, hit up Scott GoForth.
Try it.
You know, not only do you get, it sounds like an advertisement, but it really isn't. Anybody that's dealt with Scott understands you don't just get a fair price. You're getting all that service with it. You know what I mean?
Great price. And he said, I can bring them right there to Windrock. I'll help you mount them. And hey, you can't beat that, you know.
Looks like Christy's got backed into a tough spot here.
Man, what
Digging into that.
course.
That right back tire in.
You got to be careful. That buggy's one top heavy. More so than the other buggy in the series.
He's making a crack.
Yeah, I know. It's Zach. Everything that comes out of his mouth. Trickle on top of it.
Appreciate what you guys do with the live feed. You'll do a great job.
Well, we appreciate it, man. Thanks for
We
stopping in and
appreciate
talking to
you,
us, Colt.
I'm gonna go get cleaned off.
Hey, if they need to buy a new truck, where they go, who they need to come see, Colt?
Come see me, message me on
Now,
Facebook.
hold on. Most of you don't know what he does for his day hustle. You know, he has a little side hustle, which brings in all the bacon. What do you do for a living? I never asked you online.
4-wheel drive trucks, a lot of diesel trucks, 3/4 and 1-ton trucks, and I kind of wholesale to a lot of different dealers in the southeast region, but I don't mind selling them direct to y'all and get at a wholesale price, and we can take a trade in and help with financing if we need. So just hit me up on Facebook or you know, get my number and we'll get you fixed up. Thanks,
There you
guys.
go.
Be good.
Looks like Christy said,
No,
forget it with
no,
that
she didn't
side
say
of
forget.
the hill.
Yeah,
She's
this is
choosing
amazing.
the other route.
And she's taking half the course with
She's
her.
taking some tape at home as a souvenir.
And we've got people asking what time on Saturday. We are going to be ready to rock and roll at 9:30 Eastern time. That's when the big bouncers are going to take off. And then right about 3 p.m. we have the Ultra 4 sponsored by, or the Titan side-by-side endurance race tomorrow at about 3 p.m. Eastern time. So it's going to be a full day of world-class racing. And you're looking at Christy Hutchins, Paul Wolf Racing. That's Paul Wolf's baby mama.
Man, you can just see how thick and nasty that mud is getting out there on this hill today.
Yeah. We thought it was bad earlier.
Yeah. That was before we had 40 UTV runs
Yeah.
over it.
And we appreciate all of you out there. Everybody who chime in on the live feed.
That's right. Thanks for watching and thanks for commenting and interacting with us.
Come on,
This
Chris.
makes the show fun.
Come on, Christy.
Get it. And go.
There ain't no doubt why these two are, why Paul and her are together. They both got that tenacity and drive. It's crazy. Uh-oh.
Oh! Dang it.
And Isn't that where, what's his name, caught fire earlier? Paul? I think that's the exact spot where his buggy caught fire.
Not Paul.
John
you mean
Paul.
John
Paul Beckman.
Yeah, John Paul.
I'm sorry.
I was like, did you see
That's just
something I didn't see?
That's just my pet name for. He goes by John Paul.
Gotcha.
JP.
Well, you know what? Now she got that out of the way. Got her first little flop over. So that's all done with.
Let's go over some times. Everybody's asking about times.
It looks like that should have been pretty easy on the buggy too, so it won't cause any problems for Paul.
Alrighty. Currently sitting in first place, makes me happy to say, Mr. Cash Lee Croy out of Alabama. And in second place, one of the world's fastest men, Mr. Travis Skelton. Colton Hoback is currently sitting in third on Hill 2. Stephen Rogers in fourth with Dan Carter in fifth. Clint Garrison in sixth. Wes Keene in seventh. Brandon Davis in eighth. DC Thompson was a DNF, along with Christy Hutchins and Sam Carter. Am I mistaken? Sam was a DNF second hill? Hey, Clyde, wasn't he first to go on the second hill? Sam? We're going to have to go to the instant replay and we don't have instant replay right now. Yeah.
He went first.
I think John Paul was first.
He got stuck in the tree and he timed out.
Yeah. Thank you.
Steel trap.
Man, we got Heath Lawler out there. He's been known to wrap a buggy or two. Yes?
Something like that, yeah. It's like he does that.
He'll design something. He'll wrap it. Whatever. Jack of all trades.
His name's not Jack Dave.
Oh, James Cantrell. You know,
I think James is excited about some endurance racing tomorrow. This is the third time he's talked about that. James, I'm excited to watch it too. I'm curious to see how it's all going to go down.
Well, James's name is kind of becoming synonymous with endurance racing. You know. But let's see. Well, Paul Wolf. I think Paul Wolf might be signed up for the big race tomorrow.
Word on the street. Guess we'll see.
All right, guys. We are not done yet. We are in the middle of a recovery. So do me a favor. In a minute or two when the action comes back on, hit that share button, like the feed, and let us know where you guys are at.
Where you're watching from.
Yeah.
Man, our drivers have been battling it out on this hill today. It's slick and nasty and steep out there.
It really is.
And there's a lot of trees that are jumping out and giving everybody trouble.
See, I want the scoop on where Stacy Wilhoit is, because I sure as heck saw that instigator buggy on the trailer out there.
That's
I don't know if there was
have to do some
had to have been an issue with the buggy.
Figure it out. Wish my hot chocolate wasn't gone. All right, looks like we still have maybe about 8 drivers to go, including Tim Cameron, Paul Wolf, Alex Crouch, Jamie Coldarn. So we've still got a pretty good lineup, folks.
Oh, there she is. The other half of Refurbished Racing, Miss Tiffany Coldiron from Moorhead, Kentucky. Kodak, Tennessee, God's Country. Randall Key. Why does that name sound so familiar?
Let me see that.
Randall Key.
It didn't show up on mine. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
What's up, Randall? Is anybody else experiencing warm and sunny temperatures today? This looks like Alex Crouch out on the course.
All right. We've got the angry burrito out there. Man, what can you say about this Crouch clan from Salt Lake, Kentucky? And all those Kentucky fellas, all those Kentucky men are about thick as thieves. Jamie Cold Iron, Travis Skelton, the Crouch clan.
We have a lot of Kentucky boys in this
Oh,
group.
yeah. Love them.
And he's cruising through this course. See how he handles the second part.
He's smoking it. Come on now, Alex. Missouri. What's up, Rebecca Cruz? Is that who? Holy crap. Man, blast from the past.
Where you been?
Man, I just got a blast from the past, man. You know, you see somebody that you haven't seen. What time did we have on him?
99.04 for Alex Crouch. Good run.
We got Jamie Cold Iron in the rental on the line, and we've got Danny Smith in the studio. Not just any Danny Smith, but
the Danny Smith.
Danny Smith is in here. Y'all remember Danny Smith? I do. And he's here in the flesh. Chances are there's a buggy out there. Old Liberty buggy.
Uh-oh.
Did you bring the whole crew with you, Danny?
No, I just got one person with me. They're coming. My dad is coming.
That's awesome.
Right now,
Man, it's great seeing you, man. You don't know how good it is to see you, brother.
What's up?
Good to be back. How have you been? Do I need to hold
Danny
this or something?
Smith.
Can you just like lay there? Or is that not close enough?
I'll do like this. I'll come back.
I'm lazy.
Man, now, how many of you out there know that
Jamie. There you go.
Danny Smith was the 2015 National Rock Racing Association National Champion in the UTV class? How about that?
I was somebody back then.
Ah, we've got a national champ. 2 national champions sit with us today. How about that, man? Danny Smith can drive, and I reckon we're going to see some action tomorrow in that reject fab buggy, eh?
We're going to give it everything we got.
Yes, sir.
I've only climbed one hill in it and caught it on fire, and other than that, it's been sitting.
Go big or go home, right?
That's right.
Well,
How's it going, Jason Cruz?
come on, Jamie. What a rough start to this year Jamie's having.
How have y'all been?
Man, we're hanging in there.
I had some hot chocolate. Better now.
Hot chocolate's good.
They have it at the trailer.
So we got 3 reject fab buggies, if I'm not mistaken, that we're going to see tomorrow show up. Is it 4 or 3? It's you,
it's
John
3.
Allen.
I have 2 at home. That's why I was thinking 4.
If one's good, two's better, right?
That's right. But I only brought 1.
Man.
I'm feeling rusty. 2 years and only been to like 4 races.
Boy, I feel you.
Yeah.
That's pretty much me. That's about the same numbers.
Well, you could be like Luke Wilson. I'm kidding. I love you, Luke.
Luke,
I love you,
he
Luke.
called you out.
Yeah.
Luke, I love you, man.
I feel like I'm not going to know what to do with my hands. So
Oh, just keep him on the steering wheel. You'll do all right. Well, what happened to Jamie?
Well, how about man, that's a letdown right there. Well, how about John Allen 2 weeks ago in Texas, man?
John Allen's good. John Allen's been climbing hills a long time. He's I expected nothing less of him.
Oh man, it's about to go down. Paul Wolf pulling up to the line. You know he's going to want some redemption for what he calls the major screw-ups that he had on Hill 1.
Well, Danny, this is kind of your terrain right here. I mean, you're a West Tennessee feller.
Yes, sir. Grew up in the mud.
And this is kind of it. You and John Allen. John Allen spent his days out at Dry Creek, Pickwick Lake, and the 2018 national champion, Mr. Paul Wolf, is taking off.
Making a name for Can-Am.
Yes, sir. He's got that.
I started jonesing as soon as I walked up to the start line and they took off. I was like, this was something I missed, side by sides.
Now, I don't know how many Busted Knuckle or Mad Ran fans there are out there right now. I'm sure there are a bunch, just like everybody in this room. Now, I think there's only one man who can keep up with Bobby Tanner on the side of the hill, working recovery, and by God, he's sitting next to me right now. Mr. Danny Smith. It's going to be great seeing you out on the hill, brother. It ain't the same. Come on, Paulie.
I'm going to do as much as I can. I have my right foot's messed up, so it kills me. I'm sure y'all remember me falling like 3 times at finals, so
0.47.
I'll do what I can until my foot starts hurting, and then I'll go sit down somewhere. I hate it.
Y'all were all over the place. I was constantly impressed with how you just like teleport from one section of the hill to the other and just appear.
I need to apply that quickness into my racing. I might do something.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new leader on hill number 2, and that is Mr. Paul Wolf with a 6.347 Cash Lee Croy in second place with a 69.62. Travis Skelton following him, Colton Hoback and Steven Rogers rounding out 5th place.
Well, it was good talking to y'all.
We'll see you tomorrow, Danny. Good luck, brother.
I have one of my buddies out there. I don't want to leave him just standing there, so.
Understandable. We'll see you tomorrow.
Gotta go be sociable.
Yes, sir.
Is this Joey? No, is it Donald? We got a lot of orange buggies out here.
Yes, this is Donald Spicer in the full body, and he smoked it hill number 1.
Man, he's killing it today.
Yes.
Shonda, I'm not sure what happened to Jamie. Clyde, do you know what happened to Jamie? What?
Front end quit pulling.
Front end quit pulling is all we know.
Donald Spicer actually just won our SRRS supporters contest. He won a $100 gift card from Rock Life Off-Road. So if you're not a supporter yet, go to the SRRS Facebook page. Become one. It's dirt cheap, and the benefits are amazing. Come on, Donald.
Man, he's making that little buggy do work today. I'm impressed. 84.49.
Hey, who out there is going to drink some coffee with us tomorrow morning? Or, as Bree does, a Monster Energy drink? Or what's your energy drink of choice, Bree?
I don't know. I feel like we got a little snubbed by Monster last time, Dave. So.
Well, we had the folks at Monster come up, say they were going to sponsor Bree and I and the show Hillside Live.
I mean, they might not have said it in so many words, but that's what we inferred from the conversation.
I heard $30,000 an episode if we display the Monster logo. But I don't know what happened with that, Bree.
I don't know either, Dave. If someone finds me some Old Glory mango lemonade flavor energy drinks, though we don't have them in Tennessee, you'll be my new best friend.
I want to know what kind of energy drinks Timmy Cameron is drinking, because he's hitting his hill pretty fast.
He had a really smooth run on Hill 1,
goodness.
or on his first attempt at this hill.
Oh, Shane Harris
Looks like he's
representing
about to do the same thing.
Gibson County, Tennessee.
Cassidy Stewart, you are very welcome. You know we love doing it.
Come on, Timmy.
You think it's going to be Paul's time?
We'll see. That's a smooth run.
Oh!
Wow! Hold on. What was that, 6'2"?
What? 62.95.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, 1/2 of a second. 1/2 of a second is all it was.
Crazy.
Now, for those of you doing the math, I would say Timmy Cameron just won the day by winning both hills. That's 100 points. 100 points in his back pocket. Paulie Wolf, second place on hill number 2. Cash Lee Croy, third. Travis Skelton, fourth. Colton Hoback, fifth. Stephen Rogers, sixth. Dan Carter, seventh. Donald Spicer, eighth. Clint Garrison, ninth. Alex Crouch rounding out 10th place. Wes Keene on hill number 2 came in 11th. Brandon Davis, 12th. And the rest of the field did not finish for one reason or another.
They put on one heck of a show out there.
Clyde Bynum is kind of like the Wizard of Oz. Right now he's doing all of his tallying. And we'll definitely make a post sometime soon. We may be videoing it, posting it up later. Little podium ceremony we're about to have.
Jack, you want to come say hi?
Come here, Jack, for a sec. No?
Oh, come on. They're going to forget what you look like, Jack.
We appreciate everybody tuning in. It's been a heck of a day out here at Windrock. Thanks to Scott GoForth
Yes,
Tire
absolutely.
in Kodak, Tennessee, for sponsoring such an amazing event. We couldn't do without you, Scotty. To everybody over at GoForth Tire, thank you very much. Bree, where are we going to be at 9 o'clock in the morning tomorrow?
We're going to be right back out here ready to watch some bouncers race.
And the question is, people, where are you going to be?
And that's Eastern time.
Eastern time.
9:30 Eastern.
That's right. So what is that? That's 10 o'clock. Paul Wolf just stuck his head in. No, you don't want to be on camera for this. He beat you by a half a second.
Did he really?
Half a second.
I'm surprised. He bounced a lot too.
You got a lot of air at the top.
Look, people, we'll see you back in the morning. We've got a full day of racing tomorrow. You're going to catch some of the fastest drivers in the world in the big bouncers. You don't want to miss it. Bree, take us out of here.